Hey everyone, hello and welcome to ChatGPT email writing, which is a masterclass that is all about leveraging the true power and true potential of ChatGPT to write better emails. This masterclass course is brought to you by Gen Z Learning, and I'm very excited to be your guide on this exciting journey to transform your email writing skills. Are you tired of spending endless hours crafting emails that just don't seem to hit the mark? Have you ever wondered, I know I have, if there's a more efficient way to write professional, engaging, and impactful emails? Well, you're in the absolute right place. This course is designed to revolutionize the way you approach email writing, harnessing the true power of ChatGPT, which is an advanced AI language model that is developed by OpenAI. In this course, we'll cover everything from the fundamentals of ChatGPT to real world examples of various types of emails and even some fun exercises to unleash your creativity. By the end of this course, you'll be able to write clear, concise, and impactful emails that resonate with your recipients. You'll be able to save up to 99% of your time and effort in crafting emails by leveraging the power of ChatGPT. What's more, you'll be able to tailor your emails to any style or any tone to create the perfect and flawless message for any emailing situation. Here's a sneak peek of what you'll learn in this transformative course. First of all, you'll gain a deep understanding of ChatGPT and how it works, so you can learn how to navigate the rich features of this powerful AI tool. We'll also reveal how ChatGPT can help you edit, reword, and write emails from scratch so you can flawlessly craft the perfect message each and every time. You'll also discover how to use ChatGPT to generate captivating subject lines, use ChatGPT to reply to any email, and even write emails in the style of your favorite celebrity. To make your email writing journey even more efficient, we'll guide you through the best ChatGPT email integrations that will boost your productivity by 10x. Finally, you'll get hands on experience with real life examples, helping you master various email scenarios like a pro. So, are you ready to become an email superhero? It's time to stop struggling with your email writing and start embracing the power of ChatGPT to write better emails and faster than ever before. So, join us now and let's embark on this exciting journey together. Welcome back, everyone. In this module, we're going to dive into the core objectives of our masterclass course about ChatGPT email writing. By understanding the key takeaways from this course, I hope you'll be excited about joining our email writing revolution. So let's unveil the core objectives that will help you transform your email writing skills. The first objective is all about mastering the fundamentals of ChatGPT. Because in this course, we'll begin by exploring the basics of ChatGPT. We'll go over its origin and how it's evolved over time. You'll also learn how to access ChatGPT and understand its key features and functionalities. Moving on to the second objective, which is all about developing expertise in crafting email prompts. Because one of the most critical aspects of working with ChatGPT is knowing how to provide prompts that maximize its endless abilities. We'll teach you the art of crafting prompts that produce the best results. The next objective of this course is to unlock the potential of ChatGPT for email writing. We'll demonstrate how ChatGPT can help you edit, reword, and write emails from scratch. You'll learn how to tailor your emails to any style or any tone and even infuse your own unique voice into your messages. From there, we're going to be moving on to the next objective, which is all about discovering ChatGPT email integrations and creative prompts. We're going to teach you how to boost your productivity with our expert guide on the best ChatGPT email integration. We'll also provide you with inspiring email prompts that will really fuel your creativity. What's more, you'll also gain hands on experience in various email scenarios because we'll walk you through real life examples of different types of emails, from congratulatory emails to follow up emails to networking emails, project updates, and so much more. You'll learn how to handle any email situation with confidence using ChatGPT to save you 99% of your effort. Finally, we'll also be talking about propelling your email success with key insights and future steps. Because finally, we're going to wrap up this course with a recap of key takeaways and give you some actionable steps for email mastery, as well as, if I can say so myself, some words of wisdom to help you excel in your email writing journey. So, as you can see, this course is packed with valuable information, practical tips, and hands on experience that will help you transform your email writing skills and save you your time and effort. We've designed this course to make you an email superhero, someone who's capable of crafting engaging, impactful, and professional emails with ease. So I hope you're ready to unlock the power of ChatGPT and revolutionize your email writing and supercharge your email communication. Welcome to this module, guys. And before we go deeper into this course, let's spend some time focusing on optimizing your learning journey as you progress throughout this course. By following our recommended approach, you'll be able to get the most out of your time and effort, ensuring that you become an email writing expert by the time this course is done. So let's dive into some key tips and strategies to help you maximize your learning experience. The first tip I have for you is to follow the course sequence, but at the same time, assess your current ChatGPT knowledge. Because each module in this course has been thoughtfully designed to build upon the previous one. So by following the sequence of this course, you will be able to develop a strong foundation and gradually build your expertise in using ChatGPT for email writing. But if you're someone who already has the knowledge of ChatGPT, already knows how to access it, already knows the fundamentals of ChatGPT, and you want to dive straight into the email writing aspect of things, feel free to skip the first two sections where we go over the fundamentals of ChatGPT and teach you how to become a ChatGPT pro. And go straight into the part of the course that teaches you how to become an email superhero using ChatGPT. The second tip I'd have for you guys is to engage with the course materials. Throughout this course, we'll provide you with various resources, such as interactive exercises and videos, to make sure that you're able to engage and get the most out of your learning experience. So make sure you engage with these materials fully, as they will enhance your understanding and they will help you apply what you've learned in real world scenarios. The next tip is to reflect on your learning process. Take some time after each module to reflect on what you've learned, reflect on your progress, and also take note of any questions and concerns which you may have, because you can always ask those in the Q&A section. By doing so, you'll be able to better internalize the course content and identify areas where you might need a little bit of extra support or practice from myself. The next tip, guys, engage with your instructor and engage with your peers. Collaboration and communication are always vital for an enriching learning experience. So, in the Q&A section, feel free to connect with your fellow learners, share your insights, and ask questions to deepen your understanding of the course content. And also, don't hesitate to reach out to me at any time for guidance or clarification wherever needed. Finally, guys, apply what you've learned, because the key to mastering any new skill is putting it into practice. As you progress throughout the course, try using ChatGPT to write emails in your personal and your professional life. This real world application will help you become more proficient and will help you become more comfortable with your new email writing abilities. So, overall, by following these tips and strategies, you will be well on your way to maximizing your learning journey and becoming an email writing expert with the help of ChatGPT. And now that you know how to optimize your learning experience, let's dive straight into the world of ChatGPT and unlock its full potential for email writing. I'll see you in the next module. So, before we go deeper into the world of AI and ChatGPT and navigate to the tool itself, I want to give you a brief overview of what exactly ChatGPT is and how it works so that we can ease you into the course. So, ChatGPT is a language model that is developed by a company called OpenAI. And the purpose of ChatGPT is to generate human like responses to text prompts or questions. And we will be going over how to generate the best prompts to get the most out of ChatGPT. It uses deep learning techniques, specifically a neural network architecture called a transformer, to analyze and understand large amounts of text data and then generate new text based on its understanding of that text data. The way ChatGPT works is by taking in a prompt or a piece of text and using that as a starting point to generate a new response. It does this by breaking down the prompt into smaller pieces, known as tokens, and then analyzing the patterns and relationships between those tokens to generate a new piece of text that is highly accurate, relevant, and insightful. Now, how is ChatGPT able to do all this? Well, ChatGPT is trained on a massive data set of text from the internet, including stuff like books, articles, and other sources. And in the course, we'll go over exactly what this data set is and how large it actually is as well. All of this basically allows ChatGPT to understand and generate text in a wide variety of styles and formats, from formal academic writing as well as casual conversation language or even slang. One of the key advantages of ChatGPT is its ability to generate text that is highly fluent and natural sounding, often indistinguishable from text written by a human, meaning that the responses that ChatGPT will generate, you will not be able to tell if it was written by AI or a human. And that is what makes ChatGPT so powerful. This makes it a very powerful tool for a wide range of applications used, including chatbots, content creation, and language translation, just to name a few out of literally thousands and hundreds of thousands of applications. To use ChatGPT is very simple, and we'll be giving you a full tutorial in the course as well. You simply input a prompt into the model and you wait for the model to generate a response. The quality of the response will depend on the complexity of the prompt and the size and quality of the dataset used to train the model. So in this course, we will be going over how to train the model in the most optimized way and how to ensure that we're giving it the highest quality of prompts, because that is one of the biggest factors that will determine the quality of use or utility that you get out of the tool. And that's just a brief overview of what ChatGPT is and how it works. We'll definitely be going much deeper into this as we get into the course further. But I hope this gives you a little bit of an overview of what exactly ChatGPT is and how it works. So let's spend a little bit of time going over the history of ChatGPT and how exactly we are able to get to this point. Now, ChatGPT was developed by OpenAI, which is an artificial intelligence research laboratory which was founded in 2015 by a group of entrepreneurs and researchers, including people like Elon Musk, Sam Altman, and Greg Brockman. The goal of OpenAI was to develop artificial intelligence that is advanced and that can benefit humanity as a whole. Now, the initial version of ChatGPT was known as ChatGPT 1, and this was developed in 2018. This model was trained on a data set of text from the internet and was able to generate simple text responses based on a given prompt, but it wasn't anything too impressive. By 2019, OpenAI released an updated version of the model known as GPT-2, and this model was significantly larger than its predecessor, with over 1.5 billion parameters of data. And based on that, it was able to generate highly convincing text that was often indistinguishable from text written by a human. What happened was that the release of ChatGPT-2 generated a lot of excitement, but at the same time concern in the AI community, as many experts feared that this model could be used to generate highly convincing fake news or other types of misinformation. As a result, OpenAI initially limited access to the full version of this model, releasing only a smaller version that was less capable. And that's exactly why you guys must be wondering, why haven't I heard of this earlier? Well, ChatGPT 2, the full version of it was never released to the public because of those concerns. Following that, OpenAI released a new version of this model known as GPT-3. This model is even larger than its predecessor, with over 1.75 billion parameters, making it one of the largest and most powerful language models ever developed. And GPT-3 has been used for a wide range of applications, which we will cover in the next module itself. One of the most notable features of ChatGPT 3 is its ability to perform a wide range of language tasks, from simple text generation to more complex tasks like translation and summarization. To make it simple for you guys, if your prompt is good enough, this tool can basically do anything for you. It's shown to be highly effective at generating natural sounding text, which you will not be able to tell that it's written by an AI. And another great feature of ChatGPT 3 is that it is trained to have a sense of ethics, meaning that if you ask it to do something wrong or something that the model thinks you can use to actually hurt humanity or use it for an unethical use case, it will politely tell you that it cannot do that. So that's one of the reasons why ChatGPT 3 was good enough to be released to the open public. So, guys, that's a brief overview of the history of ChatGPT and how we got to this point, from its early development to its current state as one of the most, if not the most, powerful language models ever created. Moving on from the previous history of ChatGPT, let's spend some time talking about the latest ChatGPT update, which is ChatGPT 4. Now, ChatGPT 4 is the newest, latest, and greatest version of ChatGPT and is the successor to ChatGPT 3, which was the most recent version of OpenAI's ChatGPT that we were used to. Now, ChatGPT 4 doesn't vary from ChatGPT 3 as extensively as a lot of people thought, but it is better on a lot of metrics when it comes to performance. For example, when we talk about how different ChatGPT 4 is, it does have greater creativity than ChatGPT 3. It can process longer context. It has advanced reasoning. It has advanced safety alignments in place, and most importantly, and most impressively, it actually has the capacity and capability to process and describe visual inputs, which is something that has been unheard of in any of the previous ChatGPT updates. So I hope that gives you guys a little bit of context about the newest version of ChatGPT, which is ChatGPT 4. And we're absolutely looking forward to leveraging ChatGPT 4 throughout this course as well. So now that we've been introduced to ChatGPT and have a bit of an idea of how powerful this tool really is, although we will go much, much more deeper and further as we get into the bulk of the course, I wanted to take this module as an opportunity to go over some real life use cases of ChatGPT in the industry today. And before I go into it, I just want to exaggerate the fact that these are just a few examples, and the actual full utility and a number of use cases which ChatGPT has across any industry, across any role, and across any use case is actually close to infinite because there's just so much you can do with the tool. One of the most common use cases for ChatGPT is in the development of chatbots and virtual assistants. ChatGPT's ability to generate natural sounding text makes it an ideal tool for creating conversational interfaces that can actually interact with users in a more natural and intuitive way. These chatbots can be used for a wide range of applications, from customer support to lead generation and more. So it has a great use case in the IT industry. Next up, ChatGPT is also being widely utilized in the healthcare industry because the tool is actually being used to develop virtual healthcare assistants that can provide patients with personalized healthcare advice and support. And these virtual assistants can be trained to understand medical terminology and provide patients with accurate and reliable information about their health. ChatGPT has also completely disrupted the marketing industry because a great use case for ChatGPT is content creation. The tool can be used to generate articles, blog posts, social media posts, and any other type of content quickly and easily. This is particularly useful for businesses or marketing agencies that need to generate a large volume of content on a regular basis, as ChatGPT can help automate the content creation process. And when I'm talking about these industries, IT, healthcare, marketing, I'm not just talking about the large corporations. It's also the small businesses, the individual professionals, the students within these spaces who are really leveraging ChatGPT to its fullest utility. Next up, if you go into the business side of things, ChatGPT is used to generate financial reports and to perform financial analysis, to just name a few use cases within that space. Its ability to quickly process large amounts of data and to generate natural sounding text makes it an ideal tool for financial analysts, for business analysts, for consultants, for project managers, and other professionals within the financial and business industry. Within the education space, ChatGPT is being used to develop additional educational content, and to really go ahead and personalize the learning experience for students. ChatGPT can be used to generate quizzes, tests, and other educational materials, and most importantly, it can be trained to adapt to the individual learning styles and needs of each student. And again, guys, these are just a few examples of the different ways ChatGPT is used in the industry right now. As you can see, the applications for this powerful language model are virtually limitless. And because of that, it's an exciting time to be working with this technology. Hey everyone, so far we've talked about the amazing history of ChatGPT, and we've also talked about the extensive amount of ChatGPT use cases across industries. So in this module, and in the upcoming modules as well, we are going to talk about one of the most prominent use cases for ChatGPT that is not only applicable to one industry, but I'd argue that is applicable to every industry, no matter which walk of life you are coming from. And that is using ChatGPT for email writing. By using artificial intelligence like ChatGPT, you can write more optimized and effective emails while also saving yourself 99% of your time and your effort. You'll be truly on your way to being an email superhero, and you'll transform your way that you write emails. I often think to myself, how did I ever write an email before ChatGPT came along? So I'm very excited to go over this content, guys. Looking forward to going into the following sections where we're going to dive right in to see how you can transform your game with ChatGPT. Well, and also go over how to boost your email workflow with ChatGPT integrations, as well as going over many industry use cases so we can see ChatGPT in action and become experts together. I can't wait. I'll see you in the next section and next module. Hi everyone, welcome to this module. And before we dive deep into the world of ChatGPT and dive deep into the world of AI and discover all the amazing things that this tool can do, let's first start by going over some of the logistical aspects. And let's first start by talking about how can we access the tool in the first place. So it's very simple, guys. Because ChatGPT is created by OpenAI, we'll have to go to the OpenAI website to go ahead and access the tool. So right now I've navigated to openai.com /blog /ChatGPT. For you guys who might not be sure how to navigate here, don't worry. I have included a link to this very page in the resources section of the module. And for those of you guys who might want to do it yourselves, all I did was I went to Google, I searched ChatGPT, and I clicked on the first link that appeared, which is the openai.com link. So guys, once you're here, very simple. All you have to do is click this purple or pink box, depending on how you see it, that says try ChatGPT. And once I go ahead and click, you'll see that because I've made an account already, I'm going to be able to actually go ahead and access the tool. Now, for those of you guys who have not made an account and this is your first time, no problem. You'll either see one of two messages. The first message you might see is this message that says, welcome to ChatGPT, log in with your OpenAI account to continue. So you'll have the option to log in, or you can simply sign up with your email and a password, just like you're signing up to any other account. Right, so once you see this, you want to go ahead and click sign up, and you want to go ahead and sign up to your account so that you can access this page. The other message you can likely get is this message that says ChatGPT is at capacity right now. Get notified when we're back. The reason for this, guys, is ChatGPT is such a popular tool and has so many users worldwide in such a small space of time that many times it is at capacity when you're trying to access it for the first time. So if you have this message, what you can do is you can try refreshing the link a few times. Hopefully it'll let you in, or you can just press this button to get notified when ChatGPT is back. So within a few minutes, um, or maybe half an hour when ChatGPT is able to accommodate your capacity, you'll get a notification and then you can go ahead and log in. Once you log in, I generally don't have too many problems of ChatGPT being at capacity. But for your first time, if you encounter this, again, either refresh or just press this to click this link to get notified so that once ChatGPT is able to accommodate you, they'll send you a message and then you can go ahead and access the tool. So that's it, guys. It's that easy. We're just going to navigate to openai.com. We're going to press try ChatGPT. If you already have an account, you'll see this page. If you're yet to create an account, you can go ahead and simply sign up. If there is capacity, you'll be able to access ChatGPT right away. If not, you'll have to wait a few minutes. But after that, you should be able to get onto the tool. And once you're onto the tool, then you'll be ready for all the other modules which are coming up in the remainder of the course. Perfect, guys. So now that we're on the ChatGPT tool, let's actually talk about how to use the tool, right? So to start off, let's go over some of the features and functionalities of ChatGPT's interface so we can actually go ahead and learn how to navigate the tool and also how to use the tool. One thing that I absolutely love about ChatGPT is that it keeps it very, very simple for a very advanced, right? And, highly, highly sophisticated tool. It's so easy to use. The UI is very simple. There's not a lot you need to learn, and it'll take you literally minutes after I've explained everything to you to get the hang of it. So this is not something that is going to be rocket science, and this is not something that's going to take us hours and hours to master. Let's go over the key features that you need to know before you can go ahead and start using ChatGPT. So the first feature I want to talk about is actually this input field right here that you see near the bottom of my screen. Because what this input field does is it actually gives you the space to actually go ahead and type in your question or prompt to ChatGPT. So it's very simple. All you have to do is you just have to click on the field and type a prompt, and ChatGPT will give you a response. So for example, let's say that I've just woken up, right? So I can say, uh, give me 10, 10 outfit ideas for -10 weather, which unfortunately, that's the weather where I live currently. So there you go. ChatGPT will go ahead and give me 10 outfit ideas. You can see that it's generating the ideas as we speak. And again, we'll go over this in the future modules, but the more specific I make the prompt, the better quality responses I will get that are applicable to me. So you can see it's very simple. That's how it works. So this will always be the input field where you can go ahead and input your question or prompt. And so this is probably the first thing you need to know. The second thing you need to know is the conversation history. Now, if you go on, if you look at the left sidebar that ChatGPT has, you'll see this conversation history, and these are basically all the conversations that I've had with ChatGPT so far. And if I click show more, it's just going to keep going down and down and down. These are very, very important to keep because if you're actually asking ChatGPT a similar question that you were asking it before, if you go back to the conversation and continue typing there, you'll see that ChatGPT will remember everything you talked about previously and use that as context when generating further responses. So, for example, I've asked ChatGPT about 10 outfit ideas for -10 weather. If I want to ask it about something else, I'll just go to new chat and generate a new chat. But let's say that next week I need some more outfit ideas, right? I can come back to this chat and I can say, give me 10 more new outfit ideas, right? So then it will remember that, okay, last week it's given me these 10 ideas. And then when I ask for new outfit ideas, it cannot give me anything that it's given me before. So that's why having a chat history and going back to your chat history is very important when using ChatGPT. And you can find that on the left sidebar menu. And on the left side bar menu, you can also find additional features of ChatGPT. So first of all, you have this option to clear conversations. So, if you want to start from fresh and you want to clear all the conversations that you've had so far, you can do that here. If you just feel like it's getting too much, there's too many conversations for you to navigate to, you can also delete specific conversations just by clicking on them and clicking on the trash icon here. So again, you can clear all the conversations or you can clear them one by one. Also, there's a very fun feature of light mode or dark mode. I personally prefer using dark mode. It's much more easier on my eyes, but you guys can use light mode as well. One more thing, guys, it also provides you a link to the OpenAI Discord, which I personally don't use, but if you want to be more involved in the OpenAI community, you can absolutely use the Discord as well. And if you want to learn of new updates and frequently asked questions that you need help with, you can also you can also browse this OpenAI page for FAQs and articles. Or you can just send me a question in the chat or messages or Q&A of this course, and I can help you with that as well. Again, if you want to log out, very simple, you can go ahead and log out. Um, this ChatGPT has actually released a new feature where you can actually upgrade to a paid plan, which is ChatGPT Plus. It's not that expensive, $20 a month, but basically it gives you a few more features than the regular plan. Um, Number one, it gives you availability and access to ChatGPT even when demand is high. So for example, in the previous module, I told you that if ChatGPT is at capacity, you might have to wait to use it, just because so many people across the world are leveraging it. With ChatGPT Plus, you can use it anytime, even when the demand is high. You get a faster response speed, and you get priority access to new features. Now, personally, guys, I would recommend trying the free plan before upgrading to ChatGPT Plus. I've been using ChatGPT since the first day it was out, and I still have the free plan, and it works fine for me. I've had no real problems or no real desire to upgrade to Plus as of yet. So I'm using the free plan as well, and I feel that you guys should start by using the free plan as well. So again, another thing I want to go over, guys, is the chat box window. So if this is the input field, this is the chat box window. So basically, I will ask ChatGPT questions or prompts here. Because it's a language model, it will give me its outputs here. So for example, we can ask ChatGPT another question. So for example, let me ask ChatGPT. Um, I am teaching my students about ChatGPT, and we are live on video now. Um, is there anything important I should mention about ChatGPT? There you go. I'm going to ask it something and ChatGPT is going to respond. Certainly, here's a few things you may want to mention to your students about ChatGPT, and it's going to generate some responses for me. So that's exactly how it works, guys. You input here, you give prompts or questions, which we're going to go over, and ChatGPT will use this section of the screen to give you outputs. I'm going to press stop generating. When I press stop generating, ChatGPT will stop generating more options because either I've had enough or I'm not too interested in what it has to say right now, so I can press stop generating. I can also give OpenAI feedback about the quality of the response, so I can either mark it as good or mark it as bad. This is very important because ChatGPT is a constantly evolving model, so the more feedback you give it, the more better it will get for you in the future. And that's it, guys. You have your icons here. So this will be my icon. This will be ChatGPT's icon. And that's it, guys. That's all it is. It's a very, very simple interface to use. They made it very simple so that anyone can start using it right away. And hopefully, in this module, I've given you a bit of a tour of the different functionalities and how to use the ChatGPT interface. And in the next modules, we'll definitely go deeper to really see how we can get the most out of this amazing, amazing tool. So stay tuned. Welcome back, everybody. And in this module, I'm going to teach you probably one of the most important concepts that you need to learn while using ChatGPT. And that concept is about how to use your questions and how to use your prompts to get the best out of ChatGPT. Because, guys, ChatGPT is a language model. So the only way to communicate with it is by giving it a question for it to answer or giving it a prompt for it to actually go ahead and respond to. So if you really want to get the best out of this tool and you want to get the best out of ChatGPT and you want it to give you high quality responses, you need to know how to ask it high quality prompts and high quality questions for it to respond to. Because guys, ChatGPT knows everything, right? As we talked about, it has billions and billions of parameters of data which it's based on, right? So it does know a lot of information, but you need to ask it the right questions and give it the right prompts so it knows what to do. Right? If ChatGPT is not giving you the responses you want, it's probably not because it doesn't have the information. It's probably because you could have made the prompt or question you asked it a little bit better. So in this module, I'm going to teach you how to write amazing prompts and questions for ChatGPT to give it to ensure that it's giving you the responses that you want. Let's start it with an example. Let's say that I want to write a letter to my friend, right? So I can um, tell ChatGPT a prompt, write a letter to my friend. And ChatGPT will write a letter to my friend, right? It's not bad. Let's wait for it to go ahead and give me the entire response. So it's saying, I hope it finds you well. Since we last spoke, I wanted to take a moment to catch up with you. What have you been doing lately? My life has been pretty busy. You see that it's not giving me the entire response because it's telling me to insert stuff here and there. I can definitely improve the quality of this letter just by giving ChatGPT um, higher quality prompts. So let's do this. First, let's be specific, right? Write a 500-word letter to my friend who is a firefighter, lives in, let's say, Australia, and who I Yeah, so let's be specific. So I want ChatGPT to write a 500-word letter for my Australian friend who I have not seen in 10 years. Right? So you can see that instead of writing a letter to my friend, I'm more specific that I want you to write a 500-word letter um, that is, let's say, that is friendly in tone for my Australian friend, for my Australian male friend who I have not seen in 10 years. And let's see what ChatGPT writes now. So actually, I can quickly just stop generating, and I want to be more specific for my Australian male friend named Tom, who I haven't seen in 10 years. There you go. So now I'm specific, right? I've told ChatGPT how long I want the letter to be. I told ChatGPT the tone of the letter. I told ChatGPT who it's for. I told them their gender. I told them their name. And given the fact that I have not seen this friend in 10 years. And you can see the quality of the response that ChatGPT gave me from this normal letter going to this amazing letter that it's writing is much higher because we were much, much more specific, right? So I'm going to go ahead and let ChatGPT finish writing here. I think because I mentioned 500 words, it's going to be exactly 500, 500 words long. Um, and it's going to finish off here. So you can see that just by being a little bit more specific, um, I can actually go ahead and generate a much better response from ChatGPT. So when writing prompts, that's the first thing I want you guys to remember. The more specific your question or prompt is, the better chance you have of getting a useful response. So we want to avoid vague or open-ended prompts that could lead to irrelevant or off-topic responses. The more specific we keep it, and the more information we give ChatGPT, the better response ChatGPT will give us. The second thing I want to mention is to keep it concise and to keep it simple. You can see that I'm telling the prompts that I'm giving ChatGPT are as simple as possible. Write a 500-word letter that is friendly in tone for my Australian friend named Tom, who I haven't seen in 10 years. I'm not using complex sentences or technical jargon or unfamiliar terms that could actually confuse the model. So obviously the model can give you so many complex responses, but it's important that our inputs are as simple and concise as possible. So when you're giving prompts, make sure they're easy to understand for the model so that the model can actually give you the appropriate response. And at the same time, we want to avoid grammar mistakes or slang language as well. So when we're giving prompts, we want to use proper professional English language. And so we don't want to use like any slang or any terms that the model might not understand. And we want to make sure that we don't have any spelling or grammar mistakes that could confuse the model as well. So that's another thing we want to keep in mind, right? Um, Another thing we can do, guys, is not only to be specific, but we can also provide context to the model. So we can actually give ChatGPT some context around my question or around my prompt to help it understand what we're looking for. Um, so for example, we can provide the model with some background information to understand the context of the question. So let's go ahead and do that, right? So write a 500-word letter that in friendly tone from my Australian male friend named Tom, who I have not seen in 10 years, right? Let's write this to give you some context. Uh, Tom has just got divorced, so I do not want to mention my recent marriage, but I do want to update him on my job promotion and the fact that I got a new car because Tom is a car enthusiast. Right there you go, guys. So not only have I made sure that my prompt is specific, I've also given some context. So for example, to give you some context, like I've told ChatGPT, listen, Tom just got divorced, so I don't want to mention my marriage, but tell him about my job promotion and the fact that I got a new car, because Tom is a car enthusiast, right? I can also give some context. Make sure that the letter is written in simple language, as Tom is not the most fluent reader. There you go. And you can see that given my context in mind, ChatGPT will actually go ahead and reword the letter, rewrite the letter to make sure that it incorporates uh, my context. There you go. So as we can see that the more specific we make our prompt and the more context we add, and the more information we give the model, the better responses the model is able to give us. And you'll see that ChatGPT will go ahead and generate an amazing model, or sorry, an amazing letter for Tom. So exactly what I wanted to include, because I've given the model a lot of information, basically everything it needs. Now, the last thing I want to show you guys is that we can actually use external information to go ahead and augment the model. So let's say that I'm writing an email to Tom Cruise, who is, let's say my friend Tom, for some reason, is the amazing actor Tom Cruise. So what I can actually do, I can actually tell ChatGPT, write a 500-word letter to my friend Tom, and I can actually use external data to back up the model's education. So I can tell the model, here is some more information about my friend Tom. And what I can do is I can actually just copy paste Tom Cruise's Wikipedia page. And based on what ChatGPT now knows about Tom Cruise, it will actually incorporate that into the response and the output that it gives me. Um, and based on that, the quality of my letter will just increase by like tenfold. And this is just a very simple example. Throughout the course, I'll give you more examples of how we can do this that are specific to us and our occupations and our use cases. Um, but very simply, you can see, like, for example, the model is mentioning your performance has always been impressive. It's amazing to see how you become one of the highest grossing box office stars of all time. So you can see that ChatGPT has learned from the information I gave it and has actually enhanced the letter. Perfect, guys. So this is how we want to use ChatGPT's prompts and questions to get the most out of the model. And to summarize what we've learned in this module, we want to be specific. We want to give ChatGPT lots of context. We want to use external data sources if we can or if we need to further augment the model's understanding. And we want to write it in simple language and avoid grammar or spelling mistakes to make sure that the model, number one, understands what we want, and number two, has all the information it needs to give us the exact response that we're looking for. Now, just to augment the learning that we received in the previous module where we went over generating better quality prompts and better quality questions to get better quality responses from ChatGPT, I want to augment that module and spend just a little bit of time talking about how ChatGPT's responses work. Now, I don't want to get too technical because I do respect that not everyone taking this course will be from a technical background. But I want to go over in a very simple way how ChatGPT is actually able to give us all these responses based on our input, just so we all have the understanding and the correct understanding of how ChatGPT works before moving deeper and deeper into this course. So basically, what you see here is the fact that ChatGPT is actually trained on 175 billion parameters. So ChatGPT is actually a type of language model which is called a transformer, which is a type of neural network that has been trained on a large corpus of text data. How large? 175 billion parameters large. So the goal of this model and how it works is that the model actually wants to predict the next word in a sentence given the previous words. So to generate its responses, the model will process the input text and uses the patterns it has learned from the training data to predict the next word. And this process is repeated until the model generates enough words to form a coherent response. So when we're actually giving ChatGPT prompts, right, how the AI works is that it's actually just using our input, referencing its billions and billions of parameters of text data that it's been trained on, and just trying to generate the next word in the sentence. And it's doing this over and over and over again until it's able to give us the response we want based on the input that we entered. That's literally, in simple terms, how this model works. So the training data that was used to train ChatGPT is a large corpus of text from a variety of sources, including books, websites, and other pages and other texts. So during the training process, the model was actually exposed to many examples of text, and it was going to learn to recognize the patterns and relationships between words. So the reason it's actually able to form such coherent sentences, right? Like the letter that we wrote, you would never know if a human wrote it or an AI wrote it. It's basically because the model has learned to recognize the patterns and relationships between words to form realistic text, right? Because of that, it allows the model to generate text that is coherent and consistent with the input that it's given. So one key feature of the transformer architecture used in ChatGPT is the attention mechanism, which basically allows a model to focus on specific parts of the input text when making predictions. This helps the model to capture the context of the conversation and generate responses that are relevant to the prompt. Right, guys? So basically, when we give the prompt, the model, the attention mechanism will allow the model to pick out the important parts of the prompt so it can generate text and output that is relevant to the prompt that we've given it. And that's why it's really important to give the model specific prompts and give it context so it can pick out these specific things to give us better quality responses. Um, to give you guys an example, when we were writing the letter, the attention mechanism allowed ChatGPT to pick out the fact that number one, we're writing a letter, it's to our friend Tom. Our friend Tom, we haven't seen our friend Tom in 10 years. Our friend Tom has gone through a divorce. Unfortunately, he's a car enthusiast. So it's picking out these keywords so it can use these in the output that it actually gives us. It's also worth noting that while ChatGPT is trained on a large corpus of text data, the quality of its responses will still depend on the quality of the training data and the specific prompt it is given, right? And this is why I wanted to have this module just to show you guys how ChatGPT works, but also re-emphasize the importance of giving high quality prompts to ChatGPT. Because if the prompt is well defined and provides enough context, ChatGPT will generate high quality responses because it has all the data. It has all the text that it's been trained on. It just needs to pick it out based on the prompts and questions that has been given, right? Because if we don't write, if we don't give the right prompts and ask the right questions or provide the right context, it will not be able to link it back to the data or the text that it's been trained on, right? So if the prompt is vague or very ambiguous, the model will probably struggle to generate a relevant response to what we want. Awesome, guys. So I hope this provides you with a bit of context, right? And a bit of better understanding of how ChatGPT's responses are actually generated. And I hope this small module just reemphasizes the importance of giving high quality prompts and high quality questions. So um, hopefully this was simple enough to understand. If you guys weren't able to understand or grasp how ChatGPT works, the important takeaway I want for you guys is that as long as we're giving well-defined and enough context in our prompts and questions versus giving vague or ambiguous prompts, we will get better responses out of ChatGPT. And if you guys still have any more questions, feel free to shoot me a message or drop a question in the Q&A, and I'll be happy to answer them. Hey everyone, welcome to this brand new section of this course. I hope you guys have enjoyed the course so far, but we are really just getting started with the fun stuff. We've gone over how to unlock the power of ChatGPT. We've taken some time to understand how it works, how we can use it to its fullest potential, and how we can access it in the first place. But now, let's finally move on how to transform your email game with ChatGPT because this section is the ultimate email toolkit. We have some great content in store for you guys. I'm sure that you'll enjoy the upcoming modules where we're really going to do a deep dive in how we can use ChatGPT to help you write better emails. So I'll see you in the next module. Hey everyone, welcome to this module. And in this module, we finally start taking a look at how we can leverage artificial intelligence like ChatGPT to optimize our email writing. And in this module, we're going to talk about how we can use ChatGPT to write more effective emails. What I mean by that is in this example, we're going to use ChatGPT to correct the spelling, the grammar, the sentence structure mistakes in this email. We're going to optimize the word choice, and we're also going to tell ChatGPT to write this email in a more professional and clear manner. By using ChatGPT, we can always ensure that our email is flawless, not and it doesn't have a single mistake, and it's always written in the most professional manner. Have you ever just stared at your screen thinking about how you can write this email in a better way, or if there's any word changes you can make or change the structure of the email? Have you ever worried about making, a silly grammar or word choice mistake that you didn't catch but sent out? ChatGPT will resolve all of this for you in a matter of seconds. So you can see here, guys, I'm about to send out a new email to my team, some important information on new company policy. You can see there's a few spelling mistakes here in the subject of the email as well as the body of the email. It's not written in the most professional manner as well. It's not as clear when it comes to the wording. Now, usually we would spend minutes, 10, 20, 25, 30 minutes trying to fix up this email before trying to send it out, double checking it, triple checking it for mistakes. I'll show you how we can do this in a matter of seconds with a simple ChatGPT prompt. And don't worry, guys, any ChatGPT prompt that I will use in this section, I will include in a resource document that I will attach in each of the modules within this section. So you can always reference it and just copy paste the same prompts that I've used. So guys, all I want to do is I've opened ChatGPT here. I'm just on the dark mode because I like using the dark mode of ChatGPT. It's a little bit easier on my eyes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give ChatGPT this following prompt. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tell ChatGPT to please help me correct the spelling, grammar, and optimize the word choice in this email while writing in a professional and concise and clear manner. So I can even write while writing in a more professional and clear manner. Once I do that, all I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and copy paste my email here. So maybe I'll start by writing the subject line of the email, right? And then I'm gonna continue by just copy pasting the body of the email. Just gonna go ahead and copy paste it. That's it. I'm just going to press enter and I'm going to let ChatGPT work its magic. So you can see that ChatGPT is rewriting my entire email to do exactly what I've told it to do. It's correcting all the spelling mistakes, it's correcting all the grammar mistakes, the word choice, the sentence structure, it's optimizing the email, and it's writing the email in a more professional and clear tone so that we're writing the email in the most effective manner possible. And there you go, guys. Within a few seconds, I have my polished email, and all I have to do is I'm just going to go ahead and paste the email. I'm going to paste a new subject line that ChatGPT has written for me as well. And there you go. I have my new email all good to go, and I'm ready to send it out. And we can see that within a few seconds, we've used ChatGPT to edit our email. This is something that I use every single day, guys, and I can guarantee by just using this simple prompt that I've shown you here and just copy pasting your subject line as well as the body of the email, you'll always ensure that your emails are never containing any mistakes. You'll always ensure that your emails are written in the most effective manner possible, optimized for everything that we've said here for word choice, for tone, for spelling, for grammar, and you'll be able to do this while saving yourself 99% of the time it would have taken you to do it. So this is just one simple use case of how we can use ChatGPT to write more effective emails. I'll see you in the next module where we're going to go over yet another amazing use case. Welcome to this module, guys. And if you enjoyed the previous module, I'm fairly positive that you're going to enjoy this module as well, because in this module, we're going to talk about how to use ChatGPT AI to reword your email. Have you ever written an email and felt that it's way too long, or maybe your manager or your colleague has told you to shorten the email, keep it more concise, because we know that long emails rarely ever get read. And then we have to spend, minutes upon minutes, or sometimes even half an hour trying to think about how to write the email in a more concise manner, how to reduce the word count while keeping all the important points. Well, now ChatGPT will do that for you in a matter of seconds. So let's look at this example here, guys. We have the same email introduction of the company's new flexible work policy. And we can see that although this email is very informative, it's fairly long with a lot of paragraphs and a lot of words. The details are kind of in the middle here somewhere, but a lot of people are going to skim over it and they're probably not going to be able to read the entire email and pick out all the most important information. So what can we do, guys? We can go to ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT to help us summarize and reword this email in a much more concise manner and in a reduced word count while keeping all of the important points. So all I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to go to ChatGPT here. I'm going to give ChatGPT this prompt and I'm going to copy paste the prompt. Once again, I will be attaching a resource document in each module within this section containing all the prompts we've talked about. So don't worry about memorizing them or writing them down. They will be available to you. Let me go ahead and copy paste it. So what I'm telling ChatGPT to do is to please help me shorten this email and write it in a much more concise manner while maintaining the essential information and keeping it clear and professional. Now, all I have to do is I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to copy paste this email. And again, guys, I'm using Outlook. Doesn't matter which email platform you're using, Gmail, Yahoo, Outlook, whichever platform it is, ChatGPT is going to work just as fine on it. So I'm going to go ahead, guys. I'm going to copy paste the email, and then we're going to let ChatGPT work its magic. So you can see ChatGPT is going to generate this email. It's going to keep all the most important information, but it's going to do exactly what we asked it to do. It's going to reduce the word count. It's going to write it in a more concise manner, yet, it's going to ensure that the most important information is kept and it's easy to absorb. So you can see, guys, let's take a look at a difference in the before and after. What ChatGPT has done for us is that it's taken this entire email with, like 5 paragraphs and a little bit more, and it's summarized it for us. It's written it in a more concise manner. And here is our new email. It has all the most important information that we need, but it's as we requested in a much lesser word count, almost like 1/3 of the word count of the original email. Now we can go ahead and comfortably send this email knowing that it's more absorbable and it's written in a much more concise manner. And we're able to do this in a matter of seconds. Not only that, guys, but if you want to be even more specific in your prompt, you can do that as well. Let me show you how. So let's go back to the initial prompt that we gave ChatGPT and the original email we copy pasted. I can also tell ChatGPT the specific or the approximate word count that I want the email to be. So for example, let's say that I want the email to be around 120 words long, right? If I go ahead and press enter, it's going to rewrite the entire email, make it more concise, highlight all the most important information, but it's going to only make it around 120 words long, just as I requested it to do. Now, if I wanted to make it 60 words long, it's going to optimize it for 60 words. If I wanted to make it 1,000 characters long, it'll optimize it for 1,000 characters. If I want to write a 500-word essay email for some odd reason, it's going to write the same content within 500 words as well. So that is a true power of ChatGPT, guys. You can see within seconds, we are able to reword our email in a much more concise manner. We can also tell ChatGPT to write it within a specific word count, whether it's reducing the email word count or expanding on the email that you've already written. You can use ChatGPT to do that in the most effective and optimized way while saving you 99% of your time and effort. So again, guys, this is a great use case that I use every day in the corporate world. In the next module, join me. We're going to go over yet another fun and amazing email optimization use case with ChatGPT. Welcome to this module, guys. I cannot wait to show you guys the content of this module because in the previous modules, we've talked about how to use ChatGPT to edit your emails or to reword or to rewrite your emails. But you can also use ChatGPT to write any type of email from scratch. And in this module, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. So for example, let's say that we've been tasked about writing an email that is announcing a company-wide employee wellness program. Now, I have no idea where to start. I have no idea, how to fit all the details in, what to write, making sure that it's written in the most optimized way. Well, I can get ChatGPT to do this for me within a few seconds. So what we're going to do is, guys, as usual, I'm going to head over to ChatGPT and I'm going to give ChatGPT this specific prompt. I'm going to go ahead, copy my prompt here, guys. So I'm telling ChatGPT to please help me write a professional email announcing a new company-wide employee wellness program, including its purpose, key components, participation process, potential benefit, and contact information for further inquiries. So again, guys, all I'm telling ChatGPT to do is help me write a professional email. Then I'm writing the topic of the email. Then I'm telling ChatGPT what sections of the email or what information has to be included. That's all. right? So this email is about a new company-wide employee wellness program. It can be about anything, a sales email, an email to your manager, an email to your coworker, an email about a project update. All you have to tell ChatGPT to do is help you write a professional email, give ChatGPT the topic of your email, and tell ChatGPT what the email must include. And you'll see within seconds, ChatGPT will start generating the email for us. So I'm going to go ahead and press enter, and let's go ahead and let ChatGPT work its magic. So you can see that it's already writing the email for me. We're excited to announce the launch of a new employee wellness program designed to promote a healthy lifestyle and improve the overall well-being of our employees. This comprehensive program aims to enhance both your physical and mental health, leading to increased productivity, job satisfaction, and a better work-life balance. It's going to go over the key components of the email, just like we asked it to. It's going to tell the participants how to participate in this program, and it's going to talk about the benefits of engaging in an employee wellness program, such as improved physical and mental health, increased energy levels, better stress management, and a stronger sense of community within the company. It's also going to provide some contact information here, and it's going to give me a placeholder to put in my name and my title. So all I have to do, guys, is I have to go. I'm just going to go ahead and copy paste the email, and voila, our email is ready to send out with within seconds. We already know because ChatGPT has written it, there's no spelling mistakes, there's no grammar mistakes. It's already optimized for sentence structure. It's already optimized in terms of writing it in a professional style, and our email is ready to go. Now, what we can do is if we're trying to write an email and we have some specific details that we want ChatGPT to include, let's see how we can do that. So I'm gonna again ask ChatGPT to help me write a professional email for this company-wide employee wellness program, and I'm gonna tell ChatGPT to include the following details. So let's say that we have all the details or we have all the necessary information that we want to cover in the email, like the launch date, the type of activities offered, the mental health support options, nutrition guidance, incentives for participation, a dedicated online portal, at wellness. Let's say the company name is google.com. And we have some contact information here. Again, let's just make the company Google. So sometimes we are in this position where we have all the basic details of what we want to include in the email, but it takes so much of our mental capacity to, put this into a well composed, well written email that is professional, that is concise. It might even take us half an hour, sometimes 45 minutes or more. In that case, what we can do is again ask ChatGPT to help us write that email announcing the company-wide employee wellness program, and just tell ChatGPT to include the following details that we need included in the email. And then ChatGPT will go ahead and actually write the email for us and make sure that each of the details, each of the points that we want included are actually integrated into the email itself, which is absolutely fantastic. So you can see that it's mentioning the starting date, which is May 15th. This is exactly the starting date that we told ChatGPT to include. We also tell ChatGPT to include the type of physical activities offered. And you can see that it's talking about the type of physical activities offered, like yoga classes on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So you can see that it's actually writing the entire email for us, wording it in a professional way, making sure all the details are included. So then we can just go ahead and copy paste the email. And this is, guys, the true power of ChatGPT. Not only will it take the content of your emails to the next level, but it will also take um, the formatting as well as the overall time it takes you to write these emails, making you an email superhero. One last thing I talked about is, let's say that we only want the email to be let's say 100 words long, we can also just tell ChatGPT based on the email that it has just written to us. So you can say, for example, rewrite the above emails to be around 100 words and include all the important information. So now we're not only giving ChatGPT a prompt, but we're actually talking to ChatGPT. So ChatGPT has given us a response, and now we're responding based on the response that that the AI has actually given us. So what I'm telling ChatGPT to do is I'm saying, okay, this is a good email that you've written, but it's not quite there yet. So I want you to actually iterate on it one more time. I want you to rewrite the above email, but this time write it so that it's 100 words, but it should also include all the important information. So what ChatGPT will do is that it's actually going to rewrite the email in a much more concise manner so that it's only around 100 words, yet all the important information is still included. So you can see that it's summarizing it and writing it in a much more concise manner so that the email does not go over 100 words. And there you have it, guys. This is another version of the same email, um, but it's following the prompt that or it's following exactly what we told it to do, which is to make it in 100 words or less. And guys, this is the true power of ChatGPT at display once again. Any email that you want to write on any topic, any information that you want included, any manner in which you want ChatGPT to write the email, it's going to get it done for you. It's going to write it in the most optimized manner, and it's going to save you a lot of time. So I hope that was useful, guys, but we are not done with ChatGPT AI yet. There's still a lot of great use cases to go over. So join me in the next module and let's continue going over the fun stuff. Everyone, welcome to this module. And in this module, we talk about yet another way we can leverage ChatGPT to take your email writing to the next level. And this module is all about using ChatGPT to change the tone or the style of your email. Why would you need to do that? Well, it's very important to tailor the email we're writing to the audience that it's meant to be written for. For example, if I'm writing an email to my manager or to my superior, I'll probably write it from a different tone and a different style than if I'm writing the email to someone that I don't know at all. Or maybe if I'm writing it to my friend or my colleague or someone that I'm very close with and I've known them for a long time. So depending on the email situation, sometimes you may choose to have a bit of a more professional tone. Sometimes you can have a bit more of an informal and friendlier tone as well. Now, the amazing thing about ChatGPT is by using a simple prompt, we can transform any email that we've written or any email we have into a completely different tone, completely different style, so we can cater the same email to different audiences that we may need to send it to. So, for example, we have this email here about a new employee wellness program launching on May 15th. You can see that this email is written in a very, very professional tone. It's very corporate friendly, and it's keeping in mind that this email might be sent to people outside the team or even to superiors. So you can see that it's very professional, it's very concise and clear in the way that it's written. Now, what if I wanted to write the same email, but change the tone of the email or change the style of this email? Let's say that I wanted to write it in a bit more of a friendlier manner, a bit more of a fun or informal manner. All I need to do, guys, is I'm going to go to ChatGPT. I'm going to write this prompt. And again, guys, all the prompts are absolutely downloadable. They'll be in the resources section of this module. So in this prompt, you can see that I've told ChatGPT to write this email in a fun and friendlier tone as it is going out to my colleagues. So let's say that I want to send a different version of this email out to some of my colleagues and let them know about the employee wellness program. So all I've done is I've told ChatGPT to write it in a fun and friendlier tone, and I've gone ahead and I've copied and pasted the email. So let's see what ChatGPT has come up with. If you can see, guys, ChatGPT has actually written the same email, but in a completely different manner. It's, for example, let's compare the subject line in itself. This subject line says employee wellness program launching May 15th, and this subject line says get ready for fun and fitness with our employee wellness program with a celebration emoji. So you can see that the entire tone, the content is the same, but ChatGPT was able to tailor the style of this email to exactly what we wanted. For example, let's see the first sentence of this. We're launching our employee wellness program on May 15th, focusing on physical activities, mental health support, and more. In this email, it says, get excited. Our employee wellness program kicks off on May 15th. We've got a fantastic lineup of activities to keep you fit, healthy, and happy. Say hello to yoga, fitness classes, stress busting workshops, mindfulness sessions, and more. So you can see that the tone of the email has changed. However, one thing I don't like about this email is that there's too many emojis here. I think ChatGPT has really gone overboard and made it a little bit too fun and a little bit too friendly. So what I've gone is I've told ChatGPT that, I still want to send out in a corporate environment. So although I want the email to be friendlier, I don't want to put these many emojis. So I told ChatGPT to use less emojis and only use one or two in the entire email. So then ChatGPT has gone ahead and given me another version of the optimized email that is more fun, that is more friendly, that is more informal, but it doesn't go overboard on the emojis. So you can see it says, get excited. Our employee wellness program kicks off on May 15th. We've got a fantastic lineup of activities to keep you fit, healthy, and happy. And again, the tone is exactly what I wanted. The style is exactly what I wanted, but it just has less emojis. So you can see in a matter of just a few seconds and a good prompt, we've taken the same email and we were able to actually go ahead and write it in a um, completely different style and completely different tone. So this is perfect if you want to send out the same email to different audiences. This is perfect if, oh, I think everything got copy pasted. So let me just get rid of that. So this is perfect if you want to send out the email to different audiences. You can tailor it to the audience within a matter of seconds. Or if you just want to change the style of your email in general, maybe you're happy with what you've written, but you'd like to make it a little bit more professional, or a little bit more friendly, or a little bit more informal, or a little bit more assertive. Using a simple prompt like the one we wrote here, write this email in a fun and friendlier tone. We can simply just say, write this email in a more professional tone or a more assertive tone. We can just go ahead and ChatGPT within seconds will produce a different version of the same email in any style and any tone you want. I'm just going to go ahead and copy the subject line here. And that again, guys, is one of the many ways you can leverage ChatGPT to optimize your email writing. I hope you found this module helpful. We're just getting started. Join me in the next module where we're going to continue going over some amazing ChatGPT use cases to make you a better email communicator. Hey everyone, welcome to this module. And in this module, we're actually building off the previous one and going into a use case that is even more fun and even more funky. Because in the previous module, we wrote the exact email that we've generated in a different tone. I showed you guys how to generate emails in different styles and different tones. For example, asking ChatGPT to write it in a professional tone if you're sending it to a manager, asking ChatGPT to write it in a more fun tone or a friendlier tone, such as this version of the email right here, or this version of the email as well, if you're looking to write it and send it to maybe like colleagues or friends. In this module, I'm going to show you how to write or tell ChatGPT to rewrite the email from the perspective of anyone you want. Pick anyone. For example, for me, I love Jim Carrey. He's one of my favorite actors in the entire world. Maybe you guys like Jim Carrey as well. He's made some great movies. So what I'm going to tell ChatGPT to do is I'm actually going to tell ChatGPT to rewrite this email that we have here from the perspective of Jim Carrey. So ChatGPT is actually going to write this email as if Jim Carrey was writing it. Let's see what ChatGPT has in store for us. So you can see that ChatGPT is rewriting this email um, as if Jim Carrey was writing it. It's actually sounding exactly like Jim Carrey. For example, and it's going to be an absolute smash. Alrighty then. This is like one of his most famous lines that he uses in all of the movies. Oh, did I mention EAP access, meal planning, dietitian consultants, and mouth-watering workshops? Guys, this is still the same email about a company-wide employee wellness program, but you can see that ChatGPT is writing it from the perspective of Jim Carrey. And now this email sounds like exactly Jim Carrey has written it. She's a hoot. That's something that only Jim Carrey would say. No one else would say that. So you can see that with just a simple prompt, ChatGPT has rewritten this email and it sounds exactly like Jim Carrey. Let's do one more example. Um, let's see. One of my favorite rappers in this entire world is Eminem. Hope you guys like Eminem as well. Um, let's do this. Let's tell ChatGPT to rewrite this email as if Eminem was writing it and it has to rhyme. What about that? Let's see what ChatGPT comes up with. So now I'm going to ask ChatGPT to write this email as if Eminem, not even writing it. I'm going to ask ChatGPT to write this email as if Eminem was rapping it and it has to rhyme. So let's go ahead. Let's see what ChatGPT comes up with. Um, so you can see with the subject right away, yo, time to get fit and well. Let's raise some health bells. So it's already rhyming. The subject line already sounds like Eminem. And you can see that ChatGPT is rewriting this email in the form of a rap that rhymes and it sounds like Eminem has written it. This is absolutely insane, guys. And I hope, if nothing else, this communicates the power of ChatGPT. So let's read what Eminem has to say. Hey team, listen up. Here's the deal. Our wellness program's launching. You know the spiel. May 15th, it's time to get real, physical, mental, nutrition, the full meal. So you can see that it's actually rhyming, rhyme by rhyme, exactly what we told it to. It has all the information still, but now it's just like Eminem has rapped this song. Yoga classes, fitness sessions, stress workshops too, mindfulness, practice, EAP, all for you. So you can see that this is absolutely amazing. It's rhyming. You know, if I wanted to, I could actually just copy paste it here and go ahead and send out the email. But, you know, I don't want to expose my rapping genius to my team members. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to send the friendlier version of this email out because although this version was awesome, it was very professional. Let's say I want to send it to my colleagues and friends, so I don't mind being a little bit informal. But you can see the power of ChatGPT, guys. It was able to rewrite the same email in multiple styles, in multiple perspectives, right? In multiple tones as well. We've written it in a friendly manner, a bit too much of a friendly manner. We've written it from the perspective of Jim Carrey. We've written it from the perspective of Eminem, which is absolutely great. I hope this is really communicating the power of ChatGPT. In the next module, I'm going to go over another important topic to keep in mind when writing ChatGPT emails. So join me in that one. And again, we're going to continue to go over some fantastic ChatGPT use cases. So I'll see you in the next one. Hey everyone, by now I hope we realize the power of ChatGPT and exactly what or the fact that there is really no limit to what we can do when it comes to leveraging ChatGPT AI to optimize our effective email writing. The reason I wanted to make this module is to go over a quick point that I think everyone should be aware of before we actually go ahead and move on to some of the other extraordinary use cases of ChatGPT AI. Now, we've seen in the past few modules that we've used ChatGPT to edit emails, to rewrite emails, to write emails from scratch. We have one example here of an email that we've written. One wish that a lot of people have, or one sort of expectation that they have of ChatGPT, is not only do they want ChatGPT to write new emails for them, but they also want the email to write and sound as if they have written it. For example, let's say you start using ChatGPT for your emails starting tomorrow, which you absolutely can. As soon as you're done this course, you can implement all the stuff that you've learned right away. So let's say that you do that. If you're working with someone for 10 years or 15 years, or even um, like the last 8 months, for example, out of nowhere, they might notice a little bit of a difference in your emails. They kind of sound different. Obviously, they're much better. They're more professional. They're more effective. But we don't want we still want the email to sound like yourself, right? We don't want the email to sound like it's written by someone else. So how can we mitigate that? And how can we allow ChatGPT to write these fantastic emails for us while still sounding like we've written it? I'll show you exactly how to do that. So let's say that, ChatGPT writes this email for us, right? Now we want to go over this one more time to ensure that ChatGPT writes his email exactly how we want it, or exactly how we want it written. Again, guys, what I'm going to show you, you only have to do this once, because once ChatGPT is aware of this, they will actually go ahead and implement this for each and every email that is written going forward. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to ChatGPT. I'm going to tell ChatGPT, here is a sample of my writing. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to post a sample of any writing that I may have done in the past. So I know you guys must have written a lot of emails in the past. Feel free to post one or two samples of the writing so ChatGPT can analyze it, right? Now we're going to tell ChatGPT to analyze my writing style, and for any emails going forward, write it in my style, right? Let's see what ChatGPT can come up with. So ChatGPT says this: thank you for providing me a sample of your writing. I have analyzed your writing style and will use it in future emails. Here is an example of an email in your style. So basically, what we've told ChatGPT to do is that for any email going forward, write it as if we have written it. So now you can tell ChatGPT to analyze one sample of your work, two samples of your work, three samples of your work. Doesn't matter. Even one sample of your work is enough. But the point is, now going forward, any future emails that you ask ChatGPT to write for you, it will make sure that it will use the same writing style that it has analyzed from your sample. Meaning that although your emails will be much more effective, they'll be much more clear, they'll be free of mistakes, it'll save you 99% of time, to other people, it'll still look like you're the one writing the emails, right? They'll notice no difference. It'll still look like the email is coming from you, which is another important thing to consider. So using this simple prompt and allowing ChatGPT to analyze your writing style, you can absolutely ensure that any email ChatGPT writes for you in the future is aligned with your original writing style, which is another important aspect that ChatGPT can actually do for you, which is absolutely fantastic. So I hope that was helpful, guys. In the next module, stay with me. We still have a lot of amazing, mind-blowing use cases to cover. And slowly but surely, we're starting to become ChatGPT experts, and we're starting to become email superheroes. So I can't wait. I'll see you in the next one. Hey everyone, so far we've learned how to use ChatGPT to write optimized emails. But what about subject lines? Sometimes subject lines can be the trickiest aspect of the email to write, especially because subject lines are so important when it comes to getting your email read and getting your email viewed in the first place. It can be really hard to think about what the optimal subject line of the email can be. Sometimes it takes us a lot of time or we're just able to write a subject line while not really thinking about how we can optimize it to really make an impact to the audience we're sending it to. Now, ChatGPT can help us do this in a matter of just seconds. So, in this module, we're going to go over how to use ChatGPT to generate effective and impactful subject lines for any email that you're sending over. So, let's take a quick example. Let's go to ChatGPT and let's ask ChatGPT to generate a subject line for us. So, for example, let's say that let me just copy paste any email that we could be writing um, over in this email platform. So as you can see, we have the email right here. Now, I'm not really sure what the optimal subject line could be. I'm not really sure what subject line will, ensure that everyone deems the email is important enough to open it. I'm not sure, what subject line to write so that everyone will actually go ahead and pay attention to the email that I'm sending them. So all I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to go ahead, copy paste the email onto ChatGPT, and in front of it, I'm going to write this prompt. I'm going to copy paste this prompt here. And again, all the prompts are available. I'm going to attach them in the resources section of this module. So you don't have to worry about that. So what I'm telling ChatGPT is that based on the content of this email, write me an optimized subject line for this email. So what I'm telling ChatGPT to do is go through the entire email, process it, analyze it, and come up with the best subject line that I can just go ahead and copy paste. So let me go ahead and tell ChatGPT to do that. And ChatGPT is going to go ahead and give me the subject. So there you go. It says subject announcing Project Green launch on May 15th, innovative solar technology and three-phase plan. So it's kind of summarizing the entire content of the email and it's giving me the proper subject line that I can just go ahead and copy paste to my email and I'm good to go. One thing that you'll learn as we go further in this course is that an optimal subject line is one that is very short, very concise, and to the point. So sometimes when we're looking at an effective subject line, 60 characters is probably around the mark that you'd like to be. Now I can see that the subject line that ChatGPT has given me is really effective. It's really impactful, but it's over 60 characters. So now I can respond back to the output that ChatGPT has given me and ask ChatGPT to improve the output. So I'm going to tell ChatGPT the subject line must be, let's say, 65 characters max, right? So now what ChatGPT is going to do, it's actually going to rewrite the subject line, making sure that it's no more than 60 characters and or 65 characters as I've given it. So there you go. It gives me a much more concise subject line that I can use and just simply copy paste onto my email to make sure that I'm always optimizing the subject line for my email to ensure that it's always opened and to communicate the importance. It's that easy, guys. We can use ChatGPT to generate amazing, impactful, and effective subject lines with a simple prompt within just a few seconds. I hope you guys found this helpful. This is actually something that I use each and every single day, and we are going to dive into this further into this course as well. So I hope this was insightful for you. I'll see you in the next module where we're going to go over some more fun use cases when it comes to ChatGPT. Hey everyone, welcome to this module. I'm very excited to cover the content in this module because so far we've only talked about how to use ChatGPT to write emails. But in this module, we're also going to cover how to use ChatGPT to reply to any email that you can ever be sent in your email inbox. It really is a lifesaver, guys, and it really will save you so much brain power, so much time, so much effort that you'll wonder how you ever did all this without ChatGPT before, because I know that's something that I wonder all the time. So let's dive straight into the example. Let's say that I've got this email in my inbox. Dear John Smith, I hope you're doing well. As a procurement manager at Ecotech Industries, I'm currently researching solar panels providers for our upcoming renewable energy project. I came across SolarTech Inc. and found your product offerings to be quite intriguing. Basically, he goes over some details and asks me if we could schedule a virtual meeting to discuss our products. Our team is available between this day and that day. Please let me know if these dates work for you or suggest an alternate time if necessary. Thank you, and I look forward to hearing more about SolarTech Inc. And this email was sent by Michael Brown. Now, I want to respond to this email. I kind of know what I want to respond to it with, like the main details that I want to include. But again, it's such a hassle to go ahead and word this email in a professional manner. Make sure it's written in a very clean way. But as we know, ChatGPT to the rescue, we can actually ask ChatGPT to go ahead and get this done for us immediately. So what we're going to do, we're going to go to ChatGPT here. We're again going to copy paste the email so ChatGPT has an idea of exactly what was written to us. And before the copy paste, we're going to insert this prompt, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask ChatGPT to please help me write a professional email response to Michael Brown. And I'm going to tell ChatGPT what I need in the response. So I'm going to tell ChatGPT that you must agree to provide a detailed product presentation for Ecotech Industries and confirm the virtual meeting on any one of the suggested dates. I've also told ChatGPT include appreciation for their interest and any relevant information. That's it. So I've not only told ChatGPT to just reply to the email, if it was, like maybe more of a general email, like a sales email or something else, I could have just told ChatGPT to reply. But in this case, I've also told ChatGPT some of the details to include in the reply. So basically what ChatGPT will do is that it will analyze the entire email that was sent to us. It's going to identify exactly what is required in the reply, and it's going to write a professional response while integrating all the details that we want ChatGPT to include. So let me press enter and let's see the magic at work. So again, ChatGPT is going to start working its magic. It knows that the email was sent from Michael Brown. As you can see that it was sent from Michael Brown, procurement manager at Ecotech Industries. So it's made it out to Michael Brown. Um, it's going to continue typing. So I'm going to let ChatGPT do its thing. Thank you for reaching out and expressing interest in SolarTech's solar panel solutions. We are excited to learn about Ecotech Industries' renewable energy project and appreciate the opportunity to present our products to your team. I would be more than happy to provide a detailed product presentation focusing on energy efficiency, durability, and cost effectiveness of our solar panels. Again, I haven't given these details to ChatGPT. It just knows exactly what to write. Rest assured, our presentation will include relevant case studies, testimonials, and pricing information to help your team make an informed decision. This is so well written, and this is all on the knowledge and the database that ChatGPT is built on. I'm pleased to confirm our virtual meeting on one of the suggested dates, which is April 27 between 2 p.m. and 4 p.m., which works perfectly for us. We will send a calendar invitation along with the necessary login information for the virtual meeting platform. If you have any specific questions or additional topics you'd like us to cover during the presentation, please feel free to share them with me beforehand. Again, this is something that I hadn't even told ChatGPT or something I hadn't even thought of myself. It just knows that according to the proper email etiquette, it's good to ask them if they have any other questions or any topics that they would like us to address. So not only does it do exactly what you expect of it, but oftentimes it goes above and beyond to write at a level and include details that maybe you hadn't even thought of including. Just because the database behind ChatGPT is so strong, it just has so much data and knows exactly what to do. Thanks once again for considering Solar Tech Inc. We look forward to meeting you and your team on April 27th and discussing our innovative solar panel solutions. And again, we can see here it knows exactly who I am and inserts my signature as well, so I don't have to worry about that. So all I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to hit reply. I'm going to copy paste the email response, and I'm going to go ahead and send it out, and I'm good to go. So you can see within just a few seconds, it helped me craft an amazing email response, including all the information I wanted it to, and even going above and beyond to include points that I had not even thought of. Again, not only did it do that, but it wrote it in exactly the tone and exactly the perspective that I wanted to write the email in. And there you go, guys. Not only can you use ChatGPT to write any type of email imaginable, you can also use ChatGPT to professionally respond to any type of email imaginable. I hope this was helpful. Hey everyone, welcome to this module. And in this module, I want to congratulate you. I want to tell you guys to give yourselves a pat on the back because you're doing great so far. You've made it through this section where we went over how to transform your email game with ChatGPT. But at the same time, guys, we're just getting started. So I hope you've learned some insightful tips, tricks, and insights in this section. Join me in the next section where we're going to talk about boosting your email workflow with ChatGPT integrations and creative prompts. So I'll see you in the next one. Hey everyone, welcome to this brand new section of this course. And in this section, we have some concise yet really effective content to go over with you that will again improve your email writing. First, we're going to start by talking about how to boost your email workflow with ChatGPT integration. And I'll show you one of the best ChatGPT integrations for emails that you can use right away to really supercharge your email communications. After that, I'll also be providing you with some creative prompts to really show you exactly what you can do and what the true potential of email writing is with ChatGPT. And I'm sure you guys will be surprised at just the sheer amount of things we can do when it comes to our emailing with simple ChatGPT prompts. So I'm really excited to bring this section to you. I hope you guys enjoy. I'll see you in the next module. Hey everyone, welcome to this module. I hope you guys are having a great time in this course so far. I hope you guys are learning a lot. I know I'm having a blast teaching it to you. The reason I made this module is I know that we slowly and steadily have started to go into the many use cases for ChatGPT when it comes to email writing. And I'm sure at this moment you guys are thinking, what exactly can I do with ChatGPT? Or rather, is there anything I can't do with ChatGPT when it comes to email writing? The answer is you can do a whole lot with ChatGPT. There's so many use cases that we cannot even imagine how many ways we can use ChatGPT to write more effective emails. So what I've done in this module for you guys is that if you look in the resources section of this module, I have attached 100 plus inspiring email prompts that you can give ChatGPT to write any type of email imaginable and to write more effective and more optimized emails in general. So this will really help you really unleash your creativity when it comes to writing emails with ChatGPT. Now, just because I've given you 100 prompts doesn't mean that there's only 100 use cases. The use cases are literally infinite. But hopefully, this will give you a bit of an idea and a bit of a head start in terms of what exactly can be done with ChatGPT when it comes to writing emails. And I'm sure you guys will be able to take it from there. So please go ahead, check out this resource. I made it specifically for you guys, and I'm sure that you'll be able to implement all of these prompts and more to really get the most out of ChatGPT when it comes to your email writing. However, we're not done with the course yet, guys. We're just getting to the good stuff. We've gone over some great content. There's still a lot of amazing content to go over. So I'll see you in the next step. Where we're gonna continue our journey to becoming email legends with ChatGPT. Can't wait. To start off with this module, the first ChatGPT integration I want to explore is actually called ChatGPT Writer. And you can get this integration for any browser that you're on. I'll show you how to get it at the end of this module. But let me show you first what this integration can do. Now you can see I'm on my Gmail here, and whether you're a student or you're a professional, emailing is something that we have to do each and every single day. Well, with this extension, we really don't, because ChatGPT takes care of generating our email content for us. We don't have to go to ChatGPT for that. This extension is actually going to do all the work. So for example, let's say that I want to compose a brand new email. All I have to do is I want to pull up my ChatGPT writer, and I'm going to tell the email, I'm going to tell ChatGPT to write me an email that says farewell to my colleague, Cody, as this is his last day in our company, Google, after working here for 10 years, right? So let's say that this is the email I want to write. All I have to do, guys, I have to press generate email. And this ChatGPT extension is not only going to generate the entire email for me, it's also going to give me the subject line. Again, the same rules apply as we discussed earlier, guys. The more sophisticated your prompt is, if you're following all of the rules, the better the output will be. But you can see that I don't have to worry about what to write, what not to write. ChatGPT is hard at work. It's going to actually go ahead and generate the email for me. And I'm going to wait till ChatGPT is done. We'll give it a little bit of time because we can see that, it is working hard to write a really good email. So you can see that we're still going. And I feel like it's just concluding here. Perfect. So you can see it's written an amazing email. Once it's written it, I can actually go ahead and click copy response here. So I can actually exit this, and then all I want to do is copy paste, right? I'll go ahead and put this in my subject line because it's given me the subject of the email as well. So I don't have to worry about generating that. And there you go, guys. We have a perfectly well-written corporate email. Um, to wish farewell to my coworker. You can see if you read it, it sounds exactly if I would have written it, if not better. It's never going to make a spelling mistake. It's never going to make a grammar mistake. You're never going to look stupid on email as a result of this. So this will really save you so much time. Automate your emails and also make sure you're sending out high quality emails all the time. And it really is that easy. But guys, this doesn't end there. Not only can you generate fresh emails, but what happens when you've gotten an email from someone and you want to reply to this, right? So let's say that I got this email regarding Vaco Lanix job openings and hiring market update. I can just go to ChatGPT, and what I can do is I can actually paste the content of this email and then tell ChatGPT to reply to this email for me. So let's do that. If I go ahead and copy this email, right, all I have to do is copy the email context, right, and briefly enter what you want to do. So again, it's going to give me some examples here. So write me an, for example, let's say write a reply to this email informing them that I am not interested in any of the openings in a respectful and professional way. There you go. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to tell it to generate the email. And there you go. It's going to use all this context that I've provided it and generate an email reply. So not only can you generate new emails through this tool, but if you're going back and forth with a colleague or on a DL and you're looking to reply to those emails, you can also just copy paste the email you're looking to reply to, tell them how you want to reply, and ChatGPT will actually go ahead and reply for you. So all I need to do now is copy this response and go ahead and reply to the email. There you go, guys. It's really that easy. As you can see here, this tool is actually being updated each and every time. So if you want to get the updated, more improved version of this integration that is even better than this, you can just click here to join the waitlist. But I'm pretty sure that this will be available to everyone soon enough. But even just this version is mind blowing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this module. This is the first module of this section that goes over some insane ChatGPT integrations to make you more productive, save you more time. This has literally taken my corporate life to the next level. I don't need to spend hours every single day writing, replying to emails. ChatGPT does all that for me. So I hope you found this helpful. Hey everyone, welcome to this brand new section of this course. And so far, we've gone over some great content about how to use ChatGPT to transform your email writing. But in this module, it's all about putting ChatGPT in action to master various email scenarios. Now, I recognize that no matter which walk of life you come from, which industry you're in, what type of team you work for, what your career stage is at the moment, there are some email scenarios that you encounter more often than not. And there's always different types of emails that we have to send out, which we spend lots of time and lots of effort trying to write the perfect email. Well, in this section, we're going to go over many different types of email scenarios and use ChatGPT together to try and see how we can write those emails with the help of ChatGPT. What you'll see is that we'll be able to write those emails at a more effective and more optimal level, but I'll show you in real life how to write those emails in just a few seconds, saving us so much time. And after going through these examples together, we're going to learn how to become a ChatGPT pro and use ChatGPT to write any type of email for any type of situation at the most effective and at the most optimal level. So I hope you guys enjoyed the content. Let's go over a few examples together and let's discover the power of ChatGPT while putting it in action. Hey everyone, welcome to this module. And in this module, we start talking about how to use ChatGPT in action. As we discussed, we're going to go over multiple modules like this where we talk about how we can use ChatGPT to master various email scenarios and write emails for a variety of scenarios that you can encounter each and every single day so we can get enough practice together and start becoming pros when it comes to using ChatGPT to write effective emails. Now, in this module, let's take a quick example that occurs quite a lot in the workplace. Let's say that Sarah Johnson, one of your colleagues, has just gotten promoted to a senior marketing manager at your company, which is Solar Tech Incorporated. She's worked on a great marketing campaign, and based on that, she has moved up a new role level. Now, as a colleague and as a professional, you definitely want to go ahead and send her maybe a congratulations email, congratulating her and maintaining that positive relationship that you guys have. But how do you go about writing this congratulations email? What do you mention? What do you not mention? This may take you sometimes 30 minutes or even more to write. But with the help of ChatGPT, you can write it in a matter of seconds. So all I'm going to do, guys, I hope you guys are familiar with this by now. We're going to head over to ChatGPT and I'm going to give ChatGPT this prompt. Once again, guys, don't worry. All the prompts that I'm using will be attached in the resources section of every module, so you guys have it with you. But I'm going to ask ChatGPT to please help me write a professional congratulatory email to Sarah Johnson on her promotion to Senior Marketing Manager at SolarTech Inc., acknowledging her successful marketing campaign and wishing her continued success in the new role. That's all I'm going to write. If I wanted to add in some tone, I can also say that have a friendly tone. If I'm really, really good friends with her or close colleagues with her, if I'm, working in her team, but I haven't worked with her from that long, I can also say keep the tone professional versus keep it friendly, whatever my relationship is. Let's say in this example, I'm not that close to Sarah Johnson, so I'd still like to keep the email a bit more professional versus friendlier. So that's it, guys. I'm just gonna press enter. and ChatGPT is already going to generate the subject line and it's going to generate the entire email for me, um, writing it exactly the way that I wanted to, including all the appropriate details, making sure that it helps not only the email look good, but for me to look good as well. And again, I never have to worry about ChatGPT making a spelling or grammar mistake, so I know that I'm absolutely good to go on that end. So we can see ChatGPT typing here. Let's start reading it. The subject is congratulations on your promotion to senior marketing manager, Sarah. Awesome. I'm going to add this as the subject line for my email. And then the email reads, I hope this email finds you in high spirits. I'm writing to extend my warmest congratulations on your recent promotion to Senior Marketing Manager at SolarTech Inc. Your hard work, dedication, and expertise have not gone unnoticed, and this promotion is a well-deserved recognition of your achievements. I would like to acknowledge your remarkable success in executing the latest marketing campaign for SolarTech. Your innovation strategies, and it goes on, your exceptional leadership has significantly contributed to the company's growth and brand recognition. Your passion um, for driving impactful and sustainable initiatives has truly made a difference. And it goes on a little bit more. As you embark in this exciting new chapter in your career, I'm confident that you'll excel in your responsibilities and bring fresh ideas to the table. It goes on a little bit more. Please accept my heartfelt congratulations once again, and I wish you the very best in your new position. Should you need any assistance or support, please do not hesitate to reach out. So you can see that ChatGPT has gone above and beyond what I asked it to do and has written an amazing congratulations email that not only mentions everything I told it to, but adds in some little tidbits just to take this email to the next level, such as talking about Sarah's passion, talking about her commitment to excellence and ability to inspire her team, um, accepting my heartfelt congratulations. And there you go. I can just go ahead and send out the email. What would have taken me a lot of brain power, a lot of thought, a lot of time to write as well, has taken me just a few seconds. And now, thanks to ChatGPT, I'm ready to send this email out right away. Congratulations emails are probably emails that you have to write a lot, especially if you work in a team or a very large organization. Using ChatGPT, you can do it in a matter of just seconds. I hope this was helpful, guys. Join me in the next module where we explore another common type of email you have to send quite a bit and seeing how we can make it more effective and quicker using ChatGPT. So I'll see you in the next one. Hey guys, welcome to this module. As we can see, once again, we never have a blank email page right in front of us. Thanks to ChatGPT, we never have to be scared of a blank email page anymore because we know we will never have to write emails from scratch ever again. So in this module, we go over yet another common scenario that occurs, another common type of email that you would have to write, and how we can use ChatGPT to actually go ahead and write this type of email. So in this scenario, let's say that we actually have to write an email to someone named Laura Williams. Let's say in this scenario, we've gone to a networking event and we've actually gone to an event called the Renewable Energy Summit. We've listened to Laura Williams, who was a presenter in that event, and we really liked her ideas. We really liked her presentation. We really liked the research that she'd done. And now, after the event is over, we want to network with her, right? Just like in our corporate world, we want to network with managers, we want to have coffee chats, we want to reach out to colleagues from within our company or other companies to build our professional network. And this is also very helpful when applying to a job. So let's say that in this case, we actually want to go ahead and request to have a connection with her or have a conversation with her sometime in the near future to exchange ideas and pinpoint maybe some potential collaborative or collaboration opportunities that can occur. Usually these invitation emails are very daunting to write. What do you say? What do you not say? How do you write this cold email? Because chances are you might have not even spoken to them in person before. Well, thanks to ChatGPT, we never have to worry about this again. So again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to ChatGPT and I'm going to give ChatGPT a brand new prompt. And in this prompt, I'm going to specify exactly what email I want to write, who I want to write it to, and I'm going to give ChatGPT just a little bit of context here. So I'm telling ChatGPT to please help me write a professional networking email to Laura Williams, expressing my appreciation for her presentation at the Renewable Energy Summit and inviting her to connect to exchange ideas and explore potential collaboration opportunities between solar tech and her consultancy. That's all I need to write. Then ChatGPT will actually go ahead and generate an amazing email for me. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to press enter, and there we go, exploring collaboration opportunities. So it gives me a great subject line already. It's actually giving me some placeholders as well. So all I need to do is I just need to insert my name, the specific topic of our presentation, and I am good to go. So it's going to generate the email for me, and let's see what it comes up with. So the first thing I might tell ChatGPT to do is actually to rewrite the email and just shorten the subject line a little bit. And I'm also going to give ChatGPT my name, the topic of our presentation, and my title so ChatGPT can actually fill in these placeholders on its own, and I don't have to worry about filling it up. And this is something that you can do with ChatGPT a lot, as we talked about. You give it some feedback, tell it how it can improve its answer if it hasn't given you the optimal answer. So, what I'm going to do is once ChatGPT is done writing, um, I'm going to tell ChatGPT to rewrite this email um, with the following. So, first, I'm going to say shorter subject line. And as we have learned, um, let's say that is maximum 65 characters long. And also for the placeholders, I'm going to tell ChatGPT, let's say for the placeholders, uh, my name is John Smith. My title is CEO, and the topic of her presentation was ESG, which is environmental, social, and governance. So I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to press enter, and you can see that based on my feedback, ChatGPT will actually rewrite this email in a better way to make sure that it's exactly how I wanted it. So you can see that the subject line is already shorter. Um, you can see that it's no longer asking me for the placeholder to insert my name because ChatGPT already knows that my name is John Smith. And you can see that it's overall making the email a little bit smaller, a little bit more concise, a little bit to the point. And there you go. All I need to do is I have to go ahead. I'm going to copy paste this email. I'm going to copy paste this subject line, and you can see that our email is ready. Appreciating your ESG presentation, collaboration inquiry. Dear Laura, I hope you're well. I'm John Smith at SolarTech Inc. and recently attended your insightful presentation at the Renewable Energy Summit. Your expertise and passion truly resonated with me. At SolarTech, we're dedicated to promoting sustainable energy solutions and driving innovation. I believe a collaboration between our organizations could be mutually beneficial. I'd be grateful for an opportunity to connect with you and explore potential collaboration areas. If you're open to it, let's schedule a call or meeting at your convenience. Please let me know your preferred date and time, and I look forward to potentially working together. There you go. So all I had to do was provide ChatGPT with a bit of a scenario, tell ChatGPT the type of email I wanted to write, who I wanted to write it to, why I wanted to write it, and it went ahead and it generated an optimized email for me. If you want, if the email doesn't suit your expectations, you can continue to give ChatGPT some feedback, and ChatGPT will write an even more optimized answer that is closer to your needs. For example, one thing that I might have done a little bit differently is instead of just telling Laura that if you're open to it, let's schedule a call or meeting at your earliest convenience. Maybe would have given Laura a few options like, are you free to meet tomorrow at 12 or Thursday at 2? So she can simply pick from options. But I know why ChatGPT didn't do that. It didn't want to come on too strong because we haven't really met before, or we haven't really spoke before. So once Laura possibly accepts our invitation to collaborate, then we can send a follow-up email with some specific meeting times. But overall, again, within a few seconds, ChatGPT was able to generate an optimized email for us that allows us to connect with another industry professional. I didn't have to spend time thinking about what I'm going to write. I didn't have to worry about writing it or making mistakes. ChatGPT is taking care of all this for me. So I hope you found this helpful, guys. This is another common scenario that I'm sure you'll face a lot when it comes to your emailing frequencies. Join me in the next module where we're going to continue going through common scenarios and how we can use ChatGPT to tackle them for us. Hey everyone, welcome to this module. And in this module, we're going over yet another life-changing use case for ChatGPT when it comes to email effectiveness. Because in this module, we're heading over to the sent items section of our email, and we're talking about a use case which happens very, very frequently when it comes to sending effective emails, and that is sending effective follow-ups. What if you send an email to an individual, whether it's a sales email or it's an update or it's something that you're asking of them or you're collaborating together and you don't get any response? It's very tricky to send an effective follow-up email that is both polite but also assertive. It's also pretty time consuming to write these follow-up emails and keep track of them. So in this module, we're going to use ChatGPT to do all this within just a few seconds, saving us a lot of brain power and saving us 99% of our effort and our time. So you can see with this email, Dear Jessica, I hope this email finds you well. I wanted to remind you about our upcoming Q2 sales strategy webinar scheduled for April 20th at 3 p.m. Your presence and input are highly valuable, and we believe your participation will contribute greatly to the success of our sales team this quarter. So I'm asking Jessica to register for the webinar at this link, but I see that Jessica has not registered for the webinar yet. So what I want to do is I want to send Jessica a follow-up email. Now, instead of wasting my own time typing up the following email, thinking about what content to include in the follow-up email, making sure that it's polite but it's still assertive, so Jessica is able to go ahead and sign up. We're gonna get ChatGPT to do all this for us within just a few seconds. So I'm actually gonna go over to ChatGPT. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this email. I'm going to paste it on ChatGPT. And before the email content, I'm going to write this prompt. And this is the prompt that we're going to ask ChatGPT to execute on. I'm going to tell ChatGPT that I've sent this email to XYZ person, right? It can be any person for you. In my case, it was to my colleague Jessica. She has not responded. Please generate a polite, I can even write polite, yes, yet assertive follow-up email, which I can send to Jessica. So basically, what we're asking ChatGPT to do is we're asking ChatGPT to process this email. Based on that, generate a follow-up email so that Jessica will reply to us, but in a polite yet assertive manner. The great thing about this, guys, the great thing about ChatGPT is I do not need to give ChatGPT any context. I don't need to waste my time telling ChatGPT what the email was for, why I need Jessica to follow up, anything like that. Because if I copy paste the email, ChatGPT will actually go ahead and process this email and it's going to understand by itself what the context is, right? It's going to understand by itself that, okay, I'm asking Jessica to register for a webinar. Jessica has not registered yet. I need Jessica to register. That's why we are sending the follow-up email to Jessica. So we don't have to provide any details to ChatGPT. We're just going to copy paste the email and ChatGPT will interpret it 100% correctly and will understand exactly what it has to do. And that's one of the reasons why ChatGPT is so powerful. So all I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to press enter and let's see ChatGPT work its magic. So it's also giving us a follow-up subject, which is a friendly reminder, Q2 sales strategy webinar integration. And let's see what it comes up with. It has all the details right. Look at it. Dear Jessica, I hope you're doing well. I just wanted to follow up on my previous email regarding the Q2 sales strategy webinar scheduled for April 20th at 3 p.m. I haven't seen your registration come through yet, and I wanted to emphasize the importance of your participation in this event. As a key member of our sales team, your input and insights are essential to the success of our upcoming sales strategy. We're counting on you to join the discussion and contribute your valuable experience. If you hadn't had a chance to register, please take a moment to do so at the link. If you have any questions or need assistance with registration, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. Looking forward to your presence at the webinar. So you can see, not only does this email have all the correct information, the email is written in exactly the way I wanted it to be written in, which is a polite yet assertive manner. So it's always professional and corporate friendly. And there you go, guys. Just within a few seconds of copy pasting the email, ChatGPT was able to generate this follow up email. It even included my own details below, so I don't have to write my own signature. I'm just going to go ahead and copy paste this email. There you go. I have my follow-up email ready to go. Now I can simply press send and I'm done when it comes to this email. And that is another fantastic use case for ChatGPT. It can help you generate follow-up emails before you can count to 10. I hope this was helpful, guys. I'm going to go ahead and send the email, and I'll see you in the next module where we're going to go over yet another great use case. Hey everyone, welcome to this module where we're going over yet another scenario of how we can use ChatGPT to write exactly the type of emails that we're looking for, no matter what the situation is and no matter what sort of scenario that we're facing. And in this module, we're covering how to write thank you emails so that we can express gratitude to our colleagues, to our managers, to people outside our organization or team that we have interacted with. Writing the perfect thank you email is a key tool in your emailing arsenal because you can quickly use thank you emails to build better connections, build stronger relationships, and also portray yourself in a much more positive manner. So let's go over a quick scenario before we go over the exact email that we're going to write. So let's say in this scenario, we've recently hosted a webinar on the future of solar energy for our company, which is Solar Tech Incorporated. Anna Thompson, who is an industry expert and a CEO of another company, which is Green Power Corporation, agreed to be a guest speaker for our webinar. Her presentation went really well and her insights were really well received by the audience. So in this case, we want to send a thank you email to Anna Thompson for her contribution. How are we going to do that? Instead of spending time thinking about the thank you email, what we're that we need to send and what we're going to include, we're going to go and we're going to give ChatGPT this prompt. So the prompt reads that please help me write a professional thank you email to Anna Thompson, expressing gratitude for her participation as a guest speaker in our solar energy webinar and acknowledging the positive impact her presentation had on the audience. That's it, guys. Just giving ChatGPT a bit of a background in terms of what email we want to write, what type of email we want to write, why we want to write it, and a little bit of context. And you can see as soon as I press enter, ChatGPT will go ahead and work its magic. So you can see it's already giving us a subject line, heartfelt thanks for your impactful presentation at our solar energy webinar. And again, we don't have to use everything ChatGPT gives us word for word. We can also kind of edit it to fit what we want to write and what our emailing style and expectation is. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to condense a little bit to write, thanks for your presentation at our solar energy webinar. That's it. Subject line is done. And let's go ahead and read the email. Dear Anna, I hope this email finds you well. I'm writing to express my deepest gratitude for your participation as a guest speaker in our recent solar energy webinar. Your presentation it's giving me a placeholder just to insert the specific topic of our presentation, was both informative and engaging, providing valuable insights for our audience. Your expertise in the field of solar energy combined with your eloquent delivery truly captivated the attendees. We have received an overwhelmingly positive response from the participants, with many specifically mentioning the depth and relevance of your context. The email goes on and on, complimenting her. Um, we look forward to staying connected and potentially collaborating on future events. So you can see it's building those relationships for you. Once again, thank you for your outstanding presentation and for making a positive impact on our audience. We wish you continued success in your endeavors and hope to have the pleasure of working with you again. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, copy paste the email. I'm going to insert my name here. That's it. And in the placeholder, ChatGPT is just asking me to write the specific topic of her presentation. So let's say her presentation was on leadership. There we go. Our email is absolutely done. So ChatGPT wrote the entire email for us. If there's any information that ChatGPT wasn't sure about or thought we should add because we know better, it's going to give us a placeholder here. So we just have to fill in the placeholder and write exactly what ChatGPT tells us to write, which in this case was the specific topic of our presentation. And within a few seconds, you can see that we have an amazing thank you email that we can send out to Anna in this case. And I'm certain that no matter which scenario you have, no matter who you're sending it to, if you use this sort of a similar prompt, which I will attach in the resources section of the module, you can actually go ahead and write impactful and strong and relationship building thank you emails in almost any scenario that you'll ever face, to go ahead and go one step further towards becoming an email superhero. Welcome back to this module, guys. And in this module, we talk about another type of email that you might have to send a few times in your career, especially, not only when it comes to bad news, but also when it comes to good news. And this is the resignation email. Now, you can be sending a resignation email when you want to quit a company. Maybe it's not working out for you. Maybe the culture is not what you expected. But you can also be sending resignation emails when you've gotten a promotion or you've accepted a new opportunity outside your organization or team that you're really, really excited about, and that's actually moving your career forward. Now, a lot of people struggle with writing resignation emails, that are, that have the balance of both being respectful, and being assertive, letting whoever you're sending it know that, you have accepted an opportunity and you will be moving on, but also not sounding rude and sounding respectful and polite at the same time. A lot of people spend hours writing their resignation email to make sure it has the right wording and the right balance. But now we're going to use ChatGPT to write it for us in a matter of a few seconds. So in this scenario, let's say that we've been working as a marketing manager again at Solar Tech Inc. for the last 3 years. Recently, we received a job offer from another company for a higher level position, which aligns more with our long-term career goals. So we've decided to accept the offer, and now we need to write a letter to our current supervisor, informing them about our decision and also at the same time expressing gratitude for the opportunities and experience that we've had. So what are we going to do? We're going to go to ChatGPT, and again, we're going to give ChatGPT this prompt. And the prompt is that please help me write a professional resignation letter to my supervisor at Solar Tech Inc., informing them about my decision to accept a new job opportunity. Also, we want to express gratitude for my time at the company, and we want to assure a smooth transition during my notice period of 14 days. Let's say that. Now we're going to work our magic, and you can see that ChatGPT will generate a perfect email and an email template for us. So we can just go ahead and get the email done out of the way, written in an optimized manner in a matter of just a few seconds. So let's go ahead. I'm going to press enter here, and it's going to give me the subject, which is the resignation notice, and it's just telling it to fill it with my name. So let's go ahead and start by writing the subject line first. So resignation notice, let's say for John Smith. let's read the email so far. So, dear supervisor's name. So, it's just asking us to fill in the name of our supervisor. I hope this email finds you well. I am writing to formally submit my resignation from my position as, just inserting the position name at SolarTech Inc., effective last working day, 14 days from the email. This decision comes after much consideration as I have been recently offered a new opportunity that aligns with my long term goals. During my time at SolarTech Inc., I've had the privilege of working with an exceptional team and contributing to meaningful projects in the renewable energy industry. I'm truly grateful for the experiences, opportunities, and support that I have received throughout my tenure. Your guidance and mentorship have played a significant role in my professional growth, and I will always value the lessons I've learned and the connections I've made here. To ensure a seamless transition, it goes on. I'm committed to providing my full support and assistance during my remaining time at the company. I will work diligently to complete any outstanding tasks and facilitate the handover of my responsibilities to my colleagues or my successors. So you can see that not only is it writing a resignation email, but it's making sure that you are leaving on the best terms possible, which is always the goal when it comes to resignation emails. I want to express my heartfelt gratitude for the opportunity to be a part of this family, and I sincerely wish the company its continued success. So you can see that it's very politically correct and written in an optimized manner to help us maintain those relationships. So there we go. We're going to go ahead and just copy paste this email here. Now, we don't have to worry about writing the email. We just have to worry about writing in the placeholders that ChatGPT has already provided for us, making it as easy as possible. So let's say my manager's name is Mark. Let's say effective May 1st will be my last day. That's it. All I have to do is write my signature here. Let's say John Smith. And within a few seconds, I have a professionally written resignation email that allows me to inform my manager of my resignation, but also make sure that I'm keeping a relationship and I'm leaving on good terms. The language is exquisitely written, it's politically correct, it says all the right things, but it's also being very assertive, letting him know that your decision is final. So there you go, guys. This is another tricky type of email to write, which is the delicate balance of a resignation letter. With ChatGPT, we're able to do that in just a few seconds. So I hope this was helpful. I'll see you in the next module where we go over yet another type of common email and how we can use ChatGPT to ace it. Hey everyone, welcome to this module. And in this module, we go over yet another very common type of email that you need to write, especially if you're working in the corporate world or if you're working in teams, whether it be for work, for school, or a variety of scenarios. And this is all about the project update. No matter what you're working on, very often you need to send out emails. So keep the stakeholders who are involved in your work updated. So this could be a project that you're working on, this could be a task, any deliverable that you are in charge of. The stakeholders could be your team members, your manager, other parties outside the organization. Oftentimes you need to send these sort of emails to keep the relevant parties updated. And that's exactly what we're going to do with ChatGPT, because these type of emails can be very tricky. It takes a long time to make sure that you have the right language, that the information is presented in the right way, especially if a lot of important stakeholders are receiving this update. But with ChatGPT, we can reduce the time and we can write the email with a much higher degree of effectiveness. So when it comes to the corporate scenario, let's pretend that we are the project manager for Solar Tech Inc.'s project, which is called Solar Boost. And the point of this project is to improve the efficiency of solar panels. The project has reached a crucial milestone, and because of that, we need to send an email to update the stakeholders on the progress, as well as the challenges encountered and the next steps in the project timeline. So when it comes to this prompt, um, we're going to tell ChatGPT to help us write this project update email so we don't have to worry about it. So let's go back and let's insert this prompt. So what we're telling ChatGPT to do is please help me write a professional project update email for SolarTech Inc.'s project Solar Boost. providing stakeholders with an overview of the progress, challenges encountered, and the next step in the project timeline while maintaining a positive and informative tone. If we want, we can elaborate a bit further to tell ChatGPT exactly some of the things that we want it to mention for sure. Mention that the project is 70% percent done. One challenge is to get the approval of the government and that the project is on track to be delivered next month. As for next steps, I have a meeting set up with a government official. So there we go. Sometimes we know stuff that we want to include in the email. We're just not sure how to write it, how to phrase it, where to insert it within the sequence of the email. So now I've told ChatGPT to some of the important stuff that I want mentioned in the email, and we can be sure that because of this, ChatGPT will include it. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and press enter and we'll see ChatGPT work its magic. So we can see it writing a very nice subject line, project slower boost update, project progress challenges and next steps. So let me go ahead and replace the subject line of the email and it's going to start writing. So dear, we can write stakeholders or team. Um, I hope this email finds you well. As we continue to make progress on SolarTech Inc.'s Project Solar Boost, I would like to provide you with a comprehensive update on current status, challenges encountered, and upcoming milestones in the project timeline. Progress. I'm pleased to report that the project is now 70% complete. So it's talking about the progress. It's also talking about the challenges, which we talked about, which is obtaining the necessary government approvals. So you can see how ChatGPT has taken the basic points we provided it and based on those points, it's written a proper, professional, logical email. It's sequenced the points very well. And it's made sure that all the right information is included and the tone of the email is still very positive and professional. Now, one thing I noticed when ChatGPT writes this email is that this email is way too long, right? So what I'm going to tell ChatGPT is write the same email in a more concise manner, use headings and bullet points to make it more easy to read. So I'm telling ChatGPT to rewrite this email to make it more aligned with my expectations. So I want this email to be a bit more concise, and I feel like there's too much text here. So I want to use headings as well as bullet points to make it a lot more easier for the reader to scan and absorb the email. So I'm going to give ChatGPT this feedback, and we'll see how ChatGPT comes back with an even more impressive email. So we can see that ChatGPT is typing now. I'm going to keep the subject line the same because I like this subject line. Um, so you can see now how ChatGPT is using headings. You can see how it's using bullet points and making it much more concise. So we don't need all this, fancy text and all this paragraphs of text. We can write the same thing within just a few words actually. So there we go. I'm going to go ahead, copy paste the email here. We can see that all the information we wanted is included. All the right headings are included. All the right points are included. It really depends on what we're looking for. So if you wanted something more concise, we can write something like this. If we're not really bothered about the word count and we don't mind the slightly longer email because the stakeholders want a bit of a longer update, we can use this formatting as well. And all I need to do is write my signature at the bottom. Um, ChatGPT has also given us a stakeholder, a placeholder here for the actual greeting of the email. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to paste this. I'm going to write dear team. And there you go, guys. Our progress email is good to go. It's written in the right language. All the information is included. It's formatted. It's sequenced. ChatGPT has done all the heavy lifting. It's done most of the work for us. And we can just go ahead and feel free to now confidently send this email out. So that's it, guys. Hopefully this was a helpful module, especially because the project update email is a very common email that you might have to send out multiple times in a week. So using ChatGPT to write this for you will really save you a lot of time and effort. Join me in the next module where we go over yet another type of email which we have to write and how we can use ChatGPT to transform the way that we write it. Welcome to this module, guys. And in this module, we go over yet another very, very common email that we have to write in our daily lives. And this I term the clarification email. When communication happens over email, there's often times when you need to clarify exactly what the ask was. So this could be when you're talking to someone you're collaborating with, another team on a project. This could be when your manager asks you to do something, but you're not quite sure exactly what the ask is, or you have some questions. The clarification email is a crucial email that I send a lot, and I'm fairly sure that you will need to send a lot as well. The good news is, with our new knowledge, we can actually go ahead and use ChatGPT to go ahead and write this clarification email for us. And that's why this is the subject of this module. So let's say for this scenario, that we're the marketing manager for Solar Tech Incorporated. Our supervisor has recently sent us an email outlining the objectives for the upcoming marketing campaign that we're responsible for. However, the email doesn't really mention what the target audience for the campaign is or what specific marketing channels that need to be utilized. Does the manager want us to come up with them? Do they know? But we just have to figure it out. What is the scenario here? Or what is the situation? So what we should do is we should write a clarification email to our supervisor seeking further information about the target audience and marketing channel to ensure the campaign success. And because we want to do this fast, because we want to do this in the most effective way possible, we're going to do it with ChatGPT. So I'm going to go to ChatGPT here and I'm going to ask ChatGPT that please help me write a professional clarification email to my supervisor at SolarTech Inc., requesting more information about the target audience and the marketing channels for the upcoming marketing campaign while maintaining a respectful and collaborative tone. So with this prompt, we're going to make sure that ChatGPT is going to write this email for us, but it's not going to come out too aggressive or too frustrating. We're going to write it in a respectful and collaborative way and get all the information we need while maintaining a strong relationship. So there we go. Let's press enter and we'll see that ChatGPT will come up with the perfect template that we can actually go ahead, utilize, and get all the information that we require. So let's see what this email is telling us to do. The subject is called clarification on target audience and marketing channels for upcoming campaign, which is perfect. I can even make this a little bit more concise and just like clarification on upcoming campaign. From there, ChatGPT is writing, I hope this email finds you well. I'm writing to request further information regarding the target audience and marketing channels for our upcoming marketing campaign at SolarTech Inc. Having a clear understanding of these aspects will help me better align our efforts and ensure the success of this campaign. While I have reviewed the initial campaign brief, I would like to gain more insights into the specific demographic and psychographic traits of our target audience. And understanding their preferences needs will enable us to create more targeted and relevant content that resonates with them. So you can see that ChatGPT is writing this in the most optimal way. It's not only writing what we need, but it's also following up by writing why we need it. So our manager doesn't just think that we're asking them for information that is not relevant. It's saying exactly why this information will be helpful for the campaign. So the manager understands why we're asking for this additional clarification, which is absolutely wonderful. It's also saying that I understand you have a busy schedule, but I would appreciate any guidance you can provide on these matters. It's also offering an alternative in case they're too busy, that if there is a colleague or department that could assist me in gathering this information, please feel free to direct me to the appropriate contact. So you can see that this is written in a very respectful and collaborative manner. So I'm just going to go ahead, copy paste the email. I'm also going to copy paste the greeting here and write in my manager's name, which is Mark. So I'm going to go, Dear Mark. I'm also just going to write my initials or my signature here. And you can see that we are good to go. Within a few seconds, we can see that ChatGPT has written the perfect clarification email for us, stating exactly what we need, stating exactly why we need it, recognizing that our manager is busy, and also offering alternatives if there's anyone else we can reach out to get this information. So all I have to do is go ahead and send this, and I'm going to get all the clarification I need to execute on my marketing campaign. And you will also get all the clarification you need to execute on whichever task or deliverable which you're unsure about. So I hope this was helpful, guys. Join me in the next module. We're going to continue building on our practical ChatGPT application, and we're going to continue going through some amazing use cases so we can learn how to use ChatGPT together to generate all the different types of emails that will be very valuable to us. I'll see you in the next one. Hey everyone, welcome to this module. And in this module, we're going over a very common type of email that you'll need to write a lot, especially when you're working in a team environment, and that is the welcome email. Now, the welcome email is often written when a new team member joins your team, maybe a new team member joins your organization, and you want to go out of your way to welcome them to your team and be a good colleague, whether you're working with them in a supervisory capacity, in a managerial capacity, or whether they're just a new team member that you're excited to collaborate with. Now, welcome emails can be a little bit tricky to write and also a little bit time consuming because we want to make sure that we're writing it in a very positive manner. We want to seem very friendly, and at the same time we want to give them a little bit of information so that they can learn more about our team. Usually, this will take us a long time to write, but we'll see how with the help of ChatGPT, we can go ahead and write it fairly easily. Now, so I'm going to go to ChatGPT, and let's say that I'm welcoming a new team member who is Emily Roberts to our Solar Tech team. And I know that Emily Roberts is joining as a product manager. So I want to go ahead and write a welcome email to Emily to welcome her to the team and make her feel right at home. So all I'm going to do, I'm going to copy paste this prompt into ChatGPT and tell ChatGPT to please help me write a professional and engaging welcome email to our new product manager, Emily Roberts, who has just joined SolarTech on April 4th. Introduce her to the fact that our team has 12 product specialists and engineers. Provide her an overview of her role in managing the development of our residential solar panel line, and offer assistance by introducing her to her mentor, James Smith, who is our senior product manager, to help her transition smoothly into her position. So you can see that in this prompt, I've made it a little bit more specific and I've added a little bit more information so I know that ChatGPT will cover all the important information that I want covered in the email. That's the extent of the work I have to do. I just have to provide some of the additional details that I want ChatGPT to mention, but I don't have to worry about writing the email itself. ChatGPT will actually go ahead, write it for me, optimize it, format it, sequence it, ensure it makes sense and it's written in the right tone as well. So I'm going to go ahead and press enter and let's see the magic that ChatGPT works. So again, it's given me a great subject line. I'm going to go ahead and copy paste the subject line. So that is good to go. And there you go. It's going to start writing the email. It's going to mention all the information that we wanted it to. And I'm just going to wait while the email actually goes ahead and is going to start to load up for me. So I can start reading it out loud now. So it says, "Dear Emily, I hope this email finds you well. On behalf of the entire team at SolarTech Inc., I would like to extend a warm welcome as you join us as a new product manager starting today, which is April 4th. We are thrilled to have you on board and look forward to the expertise and fresh perspective that you'll bring to our organization." Then it goes on to give Emily a little bit of information that we wanted it to. So as you settle into your new role, you'll be joining a team of 12 highly skilled product specialists and engineers. As a product manager, you'll play a key role in managing the development of our residential solar panel line. Um, we also mentioned that to ensure a smooth transition and help you get used to your new position, we have arranged for James Smith, our senior product manager, to serve as your mentor. It introduces her to James as well. And once again, we are excited to have you as a part of our team and are confident that your expertise will contribute greatly to the success of our projects. We wish you all the best in your new role and look forward to working together. So as you can see, the email is written because we were able to give ChatGPT more information and write a bit of a detailed prompt. We saw that the response in turn was more specific, more detailed, and included all the information we wanted. And that's something I hope we've learned in this course, that the more specific the prompt is, the more effort we put into the prompt, the more better reply we'll get in turn from ChatGPT. So now I really don't have to do any work. I'm just going to write in my signature here, and I'm ready to just go ahead, send off this email, knowing that it's written in the most optimal manner. So there you go, guys. That's how we can use ChatGPT to write yet another type of email, which is a warm welcome email. And I'll join you in the next module. I hope you can join me in the next module as well, where we're going to go over another important type of email that we have to write quite often and how we can use ChatGPT to optimize the writing. I'll see you in the next one. Hey everyone, welcome to this module. I hope you found this section helpful. I hope the examples we went through really showed us how we can leverage ChatGPT to write more effective emails across a variety of email scenarios. Now, I know that some of the examples we went through were really helpful, but I want to stress that these are not all the types of email scenarios that can occur. There's a lot of different emails that you can write, different types of scenarios, different types of emails that you might have to construct at your work, for your team, for your school. Doesn't matter which walk of life you come from. But the point is, if we can learn how to use ChatGPT to the optimal manner and the optimal potential that ChatGPT has, just like we did in the above modules, then it doesn't matter what type of email you want to create. It doesn't matter who you need to send it to. It doesn't matter what the context or situation is. The point is that you can absolutely use ChatGPT to write the email in a more effective manner, in a more optimized manner, and save you 99% of your time and effort. So if that is a one thing that I want you to take out of this section, and if that's the one thing you got out of this section, I feel like you have done a great job being a learner of this course. So I hope this was helpful. Join me in the next module where we're going to continue talking about some key takeaways from this course. Hey everyone, welcome to this module. I hope you found this section helpful. I hope the examples we went through really showed us how we can leverage ChatGPT to write more effective emails across a variety of email scenarios. Now, I know that some of the examples we went through were really helpful, but I want to stress that these are not all the types of email scenarios that can occur. There's a lot of different emails that you can write, different types of scenarios, different types of emails that you might have to construct at your work, for your team, for your school. Doesn't matter which walk of life you come from. But the point is, if we can learn how to use ChatGPT to the optimal manner and the optimal potential that ChatGPT has, just like we did in the above modules, then it doesn't matter what type of email you want to create. It doesn't matter who you need to send it to. It doesn't matter what the context or situation is. The point is that you can absolutely use ChatGPT to write the email in a more effective manner, in a more optimized manner, and save you 99% of your time and effort. So if that is a one thing that I want you to take out of this section, and if that's the one thing you got out of this section, I feel like you have done a great job being a learner of this course. So I hope this was helpful. Join me in the next module where we're going to continue talking about some key takeaways from this course. Now, as we come to the end of our journey in this ChatGPT email writing masterclass course, I want to extend a heartfelt thank you for your dedication, hard work, and enthusiasm throughout this course. It's been an absolute pleasure guiding you on this transformative adventure, and I'm confident that the skills that you've acquired will serve you well in your personal and your professional life. So, as we conclude this course, I want to wish you the very best in your future email writing endeavors. Remember that now you possess a powerful tool in the form of ChatGPT, which, when combined with your creativity and expertise, can help you achieve remarkable results. Thank you once again for being a part of this incredible journey, and I hope our paths cross again in the future. Take care and good luck. Hey everyone, congratulations on making it to the final section of this course on ChatGPT email writing. In this module, we're going to recap the key takeaways from this course and also discuss the next steps that you can take to ensure the continued success in your email writing journey. So don't go anywhere yet, you're almost there, but let's go the full way. So, first of all, let's revisit the essential learnings from this course. The first thing we learned together is that we mastered the fundamentals of ChatGPT. Hopefully, you now understand the basics of ChatGPT, its origins, some of its key features and functionalities, and you're empowered to use its full potential. Next, together we developed expertise in crafting effective prompts. We learned how to create powerful prompts that maximize ChatGPT's abilities, resulting in better and more accurate responses. After that, guys, we moved on and we unlocked the potential of ChatGPT for email writing. You discovered how to leverage ChatGPT to edit, reword, and also write emails from scratch, enabling you to create engaging and impactful emails in any style or any tone. We also then explored ChatGPT email integration, and we also explored the creative prompts. And hopefully, you now know how to boost your productivity using the integration that I shared, and also have a knowledge base of creating prompts or creative prompts to inspire your email writing. Finally, guys, I hope that we've also gained some hands on experience in various email scenarios because we went through some real life examples, and I hope you've learned how to handle different types of emails with confidence and finesse. So, with these skills in your toolkit, you are now equipped to tackle any email writing challenge with ease. So, what's next for us? Let's take a look. One thing I'd recommend is to continue practicing because whether it's boxing or email writing, the key to mastering any skill is practice. Keep using ChatGPT in your personal and professional life to refine your email writing abilities further. The next thing I'd recommend you guys to do is to stay updated. ChatGPT and other related AI technologies are continually evolving. So stay informed about the updates and improvements to ensure that you're always leveraging the latest features and the best practices. Another great tip I would have is to share your experience. Inspire others around you by sharing your newfound knowledge and writing to help them save their time and effort. Feel free to share this course with your colleagues, your friends, in case they also want to take this course and get the same knowledge. So all of you guys are able to send better emails together. Another tip I have is to explore other applications of ChatGPT. Because while this course focuses on email writing, ChatGPT also has other applications we can explore as well, such as content creation, brainstorming, and also on the technical side of things, programming as well. Finally, guys, I would urge you to join the ChatGPT community. Connected with other ChatGPT users, you'll be able to share tips, share tricks, and exchange ideas to continue growing and continue learning from each other's experiences, which is often the most crucial thing. Once again, guys, congratulations on completing this course, and I'm confident that you are now ready to harness the power of ChatGPT to supercharge your email writing and make a lasting impact on your personal and professional communication. Here's to your emailing success.